They roll up loud, ready for a scene. Then they freeze mid-step, 'cause the sidewalk's clean. Fresh white line, like a battle scar. Every edge in place, every mark a star. Every edge in place. Mr. Bill's Curves, where the strong stand tall. Trip up the chaos, pull the front line wall. Good stone guardians, watching every turn. Mr. Bill's Curves, make the doubters burn. Boots on the ground, badges in the night. Neighbors on the porch, backlit by the porch light. Every sharp corner like a drawn-out sword. When the crowd surges, they hold the accord. Mr. Bill's Curves, where the strong stand tall. Trip up the chaos, hold the front line wall. Good stone guardians, watching every turn. Mr. Bill's Curves, make the doubters burn. They chant and they push, but the line doesn't fade. Every painted edge, every groove that was laid. Dreamy haze above, still in the street. Mr. Bill's Curves stand where the patriots meet. Mr. Bill's Curves, where the strong stand tall. Trip up the chaos, hold the front line wall. Stone guardians, watching every turn. Mr. Bill's Curves, make the doubters burn.
That was cool. That was cool. Visual effects. Let me do this one here. There we go. How we doing, guys? How we doing? No free music tonight. No free music. Not going to happen. No free music. No free music. You don't get it today. All right, guys. How we doing? Nice to see you guys. Nice to see you guys. Hope you're doing good. Let's get into a little bit of a thing here. I wanted to see this one here for a while here. James Klug hanging out here. Doing some interviews in the LA area here. Oops. Audio.
Nice. What's going on?
I think it's personal. I think it's terrible just because I think they just kidnap people, you know, without verifying if they're a U.S. citizen or not. And in my opinion, I do believe, like I said, it's kidnap.
Kidnap.
Correct.
Are they deporting them?
They are. Yeah.
People that are like U.S. citizens?
Yeah. On the news, there was a couple U.S. citizens that was deported, and we never heard.
No, you haven't. That would be all over the news.
Anything back yet? But they.
Who was that? Because I've never heard of this.
Random, I guess some random guy or two that was on the news. They recorded him stating that he was a U.S. citizen and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They just threw him back in the car. So my thing is just like.
That's not deporting. It's called detaining. I'm not sure if they know the difference between deport and detain, evidently. I would think they would, but evidently they don't know the difference between deport and detain. Much different story. Let me send this over here. Hold on a second. I got another thing going on. Put a 1 if you're in the chat. Put a 2 if you're not in the chat. Put a 3 if you're a lurker, please. Thank you. Put a 4 if you already answered that poll question. There's too many numbers to remember. There it is. There we go there. There we go there. You guys doing good? You doing good there? No?
How can you verify if he is or not if you didn't even get the chance to look. You know?
Well, they can apprehend people that are breaking federal law, like impeding in an ICE operation, right?
Yeah.
Just like a SWAT team would arrest you if you were interfering in a SWAT raid, right? So they could do that. Do we have evidence that they took him to the facility, the ICE facility, processed him, and sent him out of the country? Do we have evidence of that?
We don't have evidence of that, which is something I think
That's
we
a
do.
big question to ask.
For sure, 100%. I definitely do think that we lack that.
Okay.
And I do feel that the people that the people that do kidnap, that they should verify if they are U.S. citizen or not on the news, and just and if not, like truthfully say you're wrong, you know, because I think just going around kidnapping, you know, whatever, like wherever you're from, I just don't think that's right, you know. But I also understand people arguments of saying like, oh well, they shouldn't be here for that. So I understand both parties. Me personally, I don't think it's right that they should do that. You know, I think they're great citizens. A lot of the people that we sent out the countries are, you know, Mexicans, and they fix our homes, stuff like that. They do a lot of other, like, you know, busy work for us, for sure. Construction.
My man, I got to run something by you.
No worries.
And sorry to interrupt your workout. Looks
No
like you're getting a
worries,
good one in.
Just
Looks
for
like you're
running
getting a good one
miles.
in. Good, dude. Good.
Heck
Now,
yeah.
I got a question, because
Yes, sir.
ICE enforces immigration law, right?
Correct. Yes, sir.
And so we have a report from the last handful of weeks. This is provided by ICE, a list of criminal aliens that were arrested during the surge.
Yeah, I got some ones in the show. Okay, you guys are here. Main older man, how you doing? Nice to see you. Hopefully you guys are doing good. Hopefully you just turn back the clock, go to the what do they call it, Fountain of Youth or something like that, and get younger. I don't know if they have one of those in Maine.
In the sanctuary state of Minnesota. And so I'm going to read you a couple right here, because we have one that was picked up, a convicted of strong-arm sodomy of a boy and strong-arm of a girl. We have another person, Tu Vang, convicted of sexual assault and sodomy of a girl under the age of 13 and procuring a child for prostitution. We have another one here, and I'll read one more.
Yeah.
We have another one here, convicted of, I'm not even pronouncing their names because it's too difficult.
100%.
You think he's going to sort of be, these people should be deported, or should we go through a little bit more of a process for them or something like that? Since they've already been convicted in a lot of cases, you think they need to go through a whole big process under the taxpayer dollar for all that stuff?
Convicted of rape of a child and child fondling.
Yeah.
Now, these are people that are in the country illegally, that are being removed by ICE.
Yes.
You support that?
So this is my part too. I don't know if I said that or not. I do believe, and if people from different countries do come to the United States, if they are bad people, meaning they are raping, they are killing, for sure, I would send them. So like I said, I'm not really.
How do you know if they are, if you don't allow vetting when they come through?
I don't like ICE, but at the same time, I get if they're doing the right things, they're getting rid of if they're getting rid of the bad people, of the bad parties, 100%.
Well, hold
How do you know if they're a bad party unless you vet them?
on though, right?
Yeah.
Because it looks like a lot of what we've seen over the last
You can't vet them properly if they don't come through the proper channels. This is common sense.
4 years on the previous administration is allowing tens of millions of people in,
Right.
and then arrests are being made after the fact they illegally enter the United States. Should we be not allowing people to enter the country illegally down to our southern border? What are your thoughts about that?
Ooh, okay,
Because
so
like,
that's going down.
should we wait until they commit a crime in the U.S. to get rid of them, or should we just not allow people in the country illegally? Where do you stand?
So, with that being said, I do believe that they should let them into the U.S. But then that's the thing. That's the argument. It's like, how do you know who's good and who's bad, right? Unless they do a crime.
Well, how do you?
Exactly.
You know, because you'd be able to vet them and see if they have criminal history in the country they came from. If they have criminal history in the country they came from, when they try to ask for asylum, you say, no, you wait in Mexico. Wait in Mexico. No, maybe when your conviction if it ever gets overturned, then you come here. But no, you stay there. We don't want troublemakers. Pretty simple.
So by, I guess, verifying their background, and so that's a tough argument. Like, I don't like ICE for the reason why, for the whole simple point that they assume you're Mexican or whatever race, Australian, whatever, they just throw you into the van, right? They don't give people a second to talk. They just go right onto it. And I do believe there's different ways.
Let's see what BCP's up to. He's talking on Geyer show over here in the background. Just gonna listen to what's going on over there for a second there.
It could be. I don't know. So,
well, I think it's going to happen, or if it does happen,
Something's happening anyway. Let's see. Oops.
Ask conversations. Do you really feel comfortable knowing that an AI platform has access to all your thoughts, medical questions, business ideas, etc.? I don't.
Here, while James is doing his advertisements here, let's listen in again on this thing over here was Quincy and Geyer.
Yeah, and that's the only way. Thanks, Reverend Gunn. It could have happened, but
Are you sure
We
you're in the
failed.
chat? I don't know if you're really in the chat because I only see one or two
but
chatters.
yeah,
But hopefully there's
Well-
more chatters coming in. We'll see.
Do you think it's going to
Chatterboxes.
happen again soon? Do you think
No.
people are going to no
um,
more election cycles?
it's going to be more election cycles. The only way I could see it actually happening again
Advertisements.
is if
I've got it.
the right and the left come together,
No more advertisements.
and it has to be issue something like
Mm.
Epstein, or that, if you want to say, unfortunately, that Trump was in the Epstein type of thing. I think that's the only way, because we're divided when it comes to
Read
war.
all the advertisements.
Um,
All the advertisements I get. What the heck?
it has to be something that's going to piss off both sides. See, the No Kings is gaining momentum.
Yeah, it is.
In the middle of his advertisement.
But I don't think it's going to gain momentum on the right.
It don't gain momentum on the right, but the only reason why it doesn't gain momentum on the right,
But if you guys want to watch the Geyer show, he's got Quincy on stage right there. We'll see if Quincy comes over to my show here in a little bit. We shall see.
Or 2012, facts matter. Also, you guys, I'll screen record this, but there are a ton of different AI models to choose from. For 20% off, you guys,
Yes.
they used to say all these things like what they support, what they didn't. They used to be pretty hard on immigration, and then they started to loosen up. Now, most Democrats
Throw-
are pretty
throw
much
on-
supporting
I see
some
it.
form of open border policy.
Mhm.
So there has been a shift in policy. Second point,
How do you like to live up at that hill there? Can you imagine? Probably a beautiful view of the ocean from up there, but the drive down and the parking and things like that would be kind of crazy, I would think, up on that hill. I think it's Laguna Beach or something like that.
is most of the deportations under the Obama administration were returns at the southern border, not internal removals. Now, naturally, when it comes to internal removals, you're hunting down people that there's a deportation order for. So they're looking for that person. And let's say they go to a Home Depot and they show up and they are trying to arrest a specific person, but other people run away. Well, they'll detain those people, make sure that those people are American citizens. And those are called, and if they're not, they get arrested as well. Those people are called basically collateral arrests, right? Detainees,
So you're saying-
detainments. And so, yeah, sorry. So that's what I'm saying. You say kidnapping.
Yeah.
Why do you say kidnapping instead of them just going after people that are illegally in the country? Do you think it's just totally random? Is that why you're saying kidnapping?
I can
Where
give
are you
you,
at with
I can
this?
give you from personal experience. So
yeah.
soon as ICE, about a couple months ago when I first began with ICE, I personally took a firsthand experience. I was getting my car fixed on by, like I bring this up again, but anyway,
That's okay.
Mexican people, and I don't know if they were immigrants or not, but they were fixing my car. And I seen ICE agents pull up to the car shop place, and they just automatically chased after them and started shooting. I personally, from experience, they shot them with rubber bullets, and I thought it was at first, thought it was gunshots, so I got down. But I seen it from firsthand how they go about it in first person mode, like seeing what the hell they go through, and then chasing them and not even verify. And so, with that being said, also
Well, was he illegal?
I didn't know after.
What
Well, I didn't stay. So when my car's gonna
What if the guy was a dangerous person outside of taking care of cars? What if he committed crimes and other things? Would you want that person off the streets, or you just want them to kind of continue to do things and maybe mess your car up or something?
fix on,
Yeah.
they all started chasing them, throwing them, chasing after all of them, and I literally my car stayed at the next.
What's lagging for you? The stream or something? Let me see what's going on here. I know people let me know if the show is lagging here. Clicking on live on my own thing here. Oh, that is weird. Let me double check something here.
Stay too.
Well, why are you thinking it's at random, right? That is
So,
my question.
So they just pulled up and just started chasing after them.
Right, but what is your evidence to suggest they had no evidence that he was in the country illegally?
I can also, respectfully, I can also backlash that with you. So how do we know that he's not an immigrant, or how do we know that they are legal? So they don't verify that. They didn't verify that with me personally.
Well, the agency figures it out.
Correct.
And if they weren't, then the media pretty much reports on every single instance that there is available of any type of American being detained, which, by the way, they can still detain people and they can still do it on.
I don't see it lagging on mine. I'm rewatching my stream right now, and it doesn't seem choppy or anything like that. I'm not sure if the audio is, but sounds pretty good on this end.
Accident.
Yeah.
But the false detainment rate of like them failing to detain the correct person is rather low. Just like police officers could accidentally arrest the wrong person while they're hunting for somebody, right? That happens.
That happens.
So,
And
but
yeah.
are you going to call for the abolition of police officers?
No.
That would be crazy, right?
Yeah, that's I get what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
All right,
For
all
sure,
right.
for sure,
I appreciate
for
you.
sure.
I appreciate you having a good conversation.
Yeah.
man. This
I'm
is
not
great.
one of those people that are like, yeah, I'm not one of the people that argue. I think I think for sure you should hear both sides. And like I said, I don't like ICE, but then I also understand why they get rid of like the bad people. So it's really kind of like it goes back and forth. Like when they say, for example, you may say no immigrants come to the U.S. and I might argue,
we gotta clarify.
yeah,
Illegal?
okay.
We have to clarify that point. That's way too big of a point not to just brush over.
So illegal. So you may say illegal. No one illegal should enter the U.S. from any other country, right? But then my argument could be, well, what about the cheap labor they're getting paid to do in the U.S.? What about the good things? Then you also can argue, what about if some of them are kidnapped?
You think exploiting cheap illegal labor is a good idea?
I don't think so. But
I don't think so either.
They get paid less, meaning I don't think they get treated right. They shouldn't get paid less, but they do. That's just
trying to get wages up for the American people. I mean,
I think we should.
I don't know if mass importing
How do you do that if you're continually putting cheap labor out there?
cheap illegal labor helps with people in construction trying to raise wages.
Or even and to go into the point of, and to go into details of just construction, plumbing, floors, anything that has to do with any of their help into the U.S. A lot of them do really good deeds.
Why do you say that helps though? Why does that help? Undercutting American wages. Why does that help?
Well, they pay less, and which is I don't think it's good that they pay them less, but they do, which helps the U.S.
Why does that help the U.S.?
Well, because they pay them less. So
what about paying the American people more?
They should. I also believe they should do that too.
You can't do the same. When employers have a decision to make, should I take the chance of getting sued by the federal government, or should I save money and everything and try to build my business? Yeah.
Well, would you prioritize paying the American people more over exploiting cheap illegal labor? You like how I worded that?
I see what you're saying.
But do you see what I'm saying? Is that fair?
Yeah, I think
fair?
That is fair. That's fair. Yeah.
All right.
That's fair.
All right. I mean, they're not taking my job, right? They're and it's not like it's not even like there's like one specific job and they're taking it. You are undercutting wages in specific industries.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And so if you want less of that, if you want less undercutting of wages, that's a pretty reasonable thing. If you want less of that, that'll actually stabilize and increase wages for low-wage earners in the U.S.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Can I ask you a question?
Hit me.
So what is your thoughts on immigrants that have been here for past...
We got to clarify.
Illegal.
Okay.
I mean, my bad. Illegal immigrants.
Very important.
Sorry, my apologies.
It's
illegal immigrants that enter the U.S. that have been here for 10 years, 12, 13 years.
What's going on, Angry? How you doing? Nice to see you. A few people popping in over here from the other show. I got to teach these guys how to do the raid thing. Seriously, Geyer, come on, buddy. Learn to raid. Same with BCP. Did he learn to raid? Did he do the raid? Oops, sorry.
Good strategy. I think that's very important. But when it comes to your question overall, no. I think if you asked me 5 years ago, I would have said, you know what, maybe we can make an exception. But illegal immigration has become a tool to weaponize down at the southern border. Over the last 4 years, they just opened it up. 10+ million people flooding the country, record profits for cartels, record drugs, record child trafficking. No. You know what? It's become way too politically abused. I say absolutely, if you're in the country illegally, you're not off the table. You're not off the table at all. You broke into somebody's country, and just because you've been here for 10 years doesn't mean that you're above the law.
Right.
Isn't that that's a little bit of a crazy argument? But I will say, I'm gonna throw you a bone here because I do think that those people should be way at the.
All right. If you get going or whatever, I'll raid you. Even though BCP and Geyer didn't raid me, even though I've told them how to do it 100 times, it's okay. It's okay. They don't have to do that. Simple thing they could have done, but it's okay.
End of the list. If you're saying that they're like they own a business and they do all this stuff,
right.
Now, if we're being totally honest, illegal immigrants are a net tax negative by hundreds of billions of dollars.
I want to kind of see this. CIS.org. 40-day government shutdown wasn't a complete waste of time.
They do not benefit the taxpayer at all. They cost hundreds of billions of dollars per year, and that's just one of the negatives of illegal immigration. My honest opinion, there's not one single positive of illegal immigration.
So your take is that essentially all illegal immigrants that enter the U.S. should be out of the U.S.
Yeah.
Should never have came into the U.S. Should never been allowed into the U.S. But the second part's true too. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's okay. I'm more of a hardline stance person. You'll find people that have less of a hardline stance. My position is more reactionary.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, what you've seen the left doing in the country is weaponizing illegal immigration. We just had the worst crisis in American history. My reaction to that is, okay, well, if I react to that insanity with we'll just get rid of a couple of them, then they get their way every single time. No. The moderate position, in my view, this is actually a moderate position,
for sure.
is deporting as many people that came over per month under the Biden administration under the Trump administration, deporting as many people that came over per month under the Biden administration. Sorry, I had to say that clearly.
Yeah.
But that, I think, is a very moderate position. It's a clean up. That's all it is. It's a, you guys facilitated a crisis. It's okay for us to clean this up. I don't need to be demonized for saying, no, you can't just open up the floodgates. We're going to clean this up. We have to put we have so many issues in the United States that we got to fix. And American people, dude, there are inner city communities in the U.S. I don't know how much you travel.
Why are you fighting your Wi-Fi? Don't punch your Wi-Fi.
Kensington and Philadelphia, it's horrifying. You ever seen YouTube videos of that? It's just fentanyl everywhere. Guys, homeless people, they look like zombies, right? When our own house is not in order, I do not believe in, people coming into the country illegally, skipping line and receiving taxpayer benefits or anything like that. And that stuff needs to be tabled. We need to put the American people first. That's pretty much my position. Sorry, Rand.
No, totally. And you know what? I love that.
What do you think about that? What do you think about that?
From you, I guess from your response, like I said, I'm the type of person I can never really argue about political things. I think it's okay. I don't think it's.
That's a close race on the favorite juice right now. We got grape and orange and other in a 3-way tie for first. Crazy.
Worth it, because obviously we have opinions.
Oh, no. I want to see what you agree with and what you disagree with.
Oh, I see.
I'm not gonna
I see your point stating that it's really hard, and this is another thing in the beginning when I first started thinking about it too.
Yeah.
How can you accept a few people but then not all of them? So it's either one way or not, and I totally understand what you're saying, but
they can come legally.
Right, they come legally, but also the process of that coming legally takes a long time. And
Good.
Yeah.
I don't think it should be easy to become an American.
Yeah.
There are millions of people that have died for our rights here, and I don't think it should be easy to come here. But we also do grant almost over the last, however many years, 20 years, 1 million green cards per year.
Right, we do. That's true.
That's a lot.
Yeah. I see your point. I can see your point. I see what you're saying and stuff like that. Yeah, totally. I mean, I get what you're saying.
Do you understand, or do you see, are you kind of seeing where I'm coming from?
Hey, Howard, how you doing? Nice to see you there. Hopefully you're doing good. Or you can wear a T-shirt in Florida, Southern California, Texas.
That's
I'm not judging you.
Yeah, totally. Same here. I'm not judging you. I get what you're saying. That's your, opinion and thoughts, and I think that's cool. Yeah, I totally understand what you're saying.
Yeah, okay. Interesting. Well, I'm getting cotton mouth having so much talking
so
about. My man, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for stopping, and really appreciate the pleasant conversation. And I think it's really helpful for people to hear kind of both sides and getting your take. Maybe they heard something that you said that they think is very reasonable, much more reasonable what I said, and maybe they can draw their conclusion from there. So I appreciate you participating.
No worries. What's the channel actually?
It's James Klug, Klug.
James Klug. How do you spell the last name?
It's Klug.
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 On YouTube?
Yeah, man.
Hell yeah. Thanks, dude. Nice talk.
What do you think of Trump's
That was a good conversation there. Very cool. That was James Klug. Make sure you follow him on YouTube. Link is in the description of the YouTube channel. See what this one knows about here. Political brawl. Liberals trash Trump's Iran strike justification, but it actually is Obama Libya justification. Oh, interesting. Let's see what's going on here.
Iran strike so far?
I'm totally against it.
Would you call it an illegal war? Because some people are calling it that because he doesn't have congressional approval.
Yeah, I think it's probably a legal war.
Some people are calling this an illegal war. Would you agree that it's illegal?
I would say, yeah. I'd say it was a bit of a breach in power by the president, for sure.
A lot of people are saying that it's an illegal war because he didn't get congressional approval.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that?
I 100% agree with that.
So this was the Trump administration's justification, very short and vague. I just want to get your reaction to it. The president had the constitutional authority to direct the use of military force on Iran because he could reasonably determine that such use of force was in the national interest. Is that convincing to you?
No, not even the slightest. No, it's ridiculous.
What if I told you this was actually the Obama administration's justification for bombing Libya for 7 months?
Is this the point is you're trying to find people to get into...
Well, we're just trying to see if people are consistent with their criticism of Trump.
Yeah, it's not a gotcha. It's a consistency check. You can't be consistent in who you criticize, then maybe you shouldn't criticize anybody, is what he's basically saying here.
And then the Obama administration before him doing effectively the same thing. Hey guys, this is Matt Miller with Politibrawl. Over the weekend, Bill Maher completely caught Adam Schiff off guard when he asked him to respond to President Trump's justification for attacking Iran. Turns out it was actually Obama's justification for bombing Libya for 7 months without congressional approval.
This statement from the administration: the president had the constitutional authority to direct the use of military force because he could reasonably determine that such use of force was in the national interest. That's too vague for you?
Totally vague.
Okay, because that's from Obama about Libya.
Well,
we're going to ask people here in Washington, D.C. the same question. Respond to President Trump's justification for attacking Iran. Oops, no, it's actually Obama's justification for attacking Libya.
Hey, John, how you doing? Nice to see you on X there. Hopefully you're doing good. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sharing. If you're sharing, I don't know. Some people share it on Twitter.
Let's see if they have any consistency on this issue at all, or if they're just Trump deranged. What do you think of Trump's Iran strike so far?
I'm totally against it.
Why are you?
They make these things called heated coats, Angry. If you want to look into that, where you have a coat and it's like heated and battery powered or whatever, we might look into that.
Against him?
Because I don't think he had any foresight in what he was doing. He anticipated the repercussions and what's going to happen. Unless something happens soon, it could lead to. I think it could lead to a world war.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
Would you call it an illegal war? Because some people are calling it that because he doesn't have congressional approval.
Well, it's certainly extrajudicial.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's probably a legal war.
It was a completely made-up crisis that Trump did, and that's tanked the economy, tanked oil prices, and it was completely ill thought out.
Made-up crisis. I'm sure that's what Israel thought October 7th or something like that, and I'm sure that's what the ships in the sea that got hit by the Houthis were thinking. Yeah, it's just made up. Those aren't real missiles. Those aren't real bombs that are attacking us. All the African stuff going on down there that Iran also supported, just made up stuff down there also. It's not a real crisis, that people are kind of suffering, Hezbollah having thousands of missiles right next to Israel like that. It's not a crisis, no.
There was no exit strategy at all, and Hegseth is like a teenage boy.
Well, a lot of people are saying that it's an illegal war because he didn't get congressional approval.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that?
I 100% agree with that.
I work in a Democratic office. I agree that Iran does pose a threat if they do get a nuclear weapon, but I just think the method in which they went about the strikes is a bit impulsive.
Okay.
I do think something needs to be done, but
What's going on, Ed Eagle? How you doing? Nice to see you popping in over here. I appreciate it.
in a different way, potentially.
Do you think he should?
How many streams have you watched today, Ed Eagle? I heard your name on a few different ones out there today.
Seek congressional approval?
Yes, I do, 100%.
And some people are calling this an illegal war. Would you agree that it's illegal?
I would say, yeah. I'd say it was a bit of a breach in power by the president, for sure.
Do you think he should seek congressional approval? And is it illegal if he doesn't?
100%.
100%. I'm guessing she goes to a local college.
Past wars we did, it was expected to seek congressional approval.
Do you think that he should seek congressional approval? Would you say that there?
Of course, he should have done it from the beginning.
Some are calling this an illegal war. Would you agree with that? Do you think it's illegal?
I do believe in our Constitution. It says,
Hey, Congress, can I have your permission to do this? We don't need to, it'll telegraph Iran of our plans, and what we're going to do. Yeah, that's no problem. They'll be able to get up their defenses and everything and put military lives in danger. But yeah, let's give them plenty of warning.
that he needs to ask Congress for permission.
So this was the Trump administration's justification, very short and vague. I just want to get your reaction to it. The president had the constitutional authority to direct the use of military force on Iran because he could reasonably determine that such use of force was in the national interest. Is that convincing to you?
No, not even the slightest. No, it's ridiculous. And it was completely like Bibi Netanyahu's dream to do it. And we just, fell into line, to say nothing of whatever the Russians have on.
This total TDS. It's just like they think they're smart, and then when they get the gotcha, basically, they're like, "Oops."
Trump. So
absolutely. What if I told you this was actually the Obama administration's justification for bombing Libya for 7 months?
Oh, well.
Was that an illegal war too, you think?
Probably. I mean, without congressional justification, I think, Congress has been completely neutered. So, yeah.
You think Obama's guilty of the same infractions that Trump's committing now?
I'd have to go back and see what the issue was with Libya and Gaddafi and kind of where things stood and what the stated goal was and how long it took. But possibly.
Possibly. Well, he definitely didn't get congressional approval, so he circumnavigated the judicial system for that.
Yeah. I mean, the executive has the authority to do certain limited actions with congressional approval. I don't know if Libya, was there ever a congressional approval after the fact?
No.
No war powers.
No.
Okay.
So that would kind of fall in the same category as what Trump's doing now, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I mean,
limited actions on Iran.
Call him out. And it was long after the fact. It's the only time they ever call Obama out, but at least they get him on record for calling him out.
Not really. No, I don't think so. But I mean, is this like the point is you're trying to find people to get into?
Well, we're just trying to see if people are consistent with their criticism of Trump and then the Obama administration before him doing effectively the same thing.
Yeah, this is not the same thing, though. I mean, it's not.
Why not?
Because what is this? I mean, what is the exact stated exit strategy? What is the stated goal? Not that statement. Like, what is the actual stated goal?
To get rid of their nuclear capabilities and take out the Ayatollah, which you already did.
Right, which you already did, which has, and then with, you know, the obliteration, the self-proclaimed obliteration 6 months ago, there was no real threat as determined by multiple different security agencies that, and after the fact, said there was no imminent threat by Iran right now to the United States.
Okay. So, if this was the Trump administration's justification, I want to get your reaction. Basically, this is what he said was the reason for the.
There was no imminent threat from Libya either, but Obama still decided to do the Libya thing. You get the idea? But they posed a threat, evidently, at the time, and Iran kept posing a threat continually by supporting terrorist agencies and continually building up their nuclear missiles, and among other missiles.
Strikes. The president had the constitutional authority to direct the use of military force on Iran because he could reasonably determine that such use of force was in the national interest. Does that sound convincing to you?
No, of course not. He has, as you observed, he has not gotten congressional approval. He's taken upon the responsibility upon himself to make that decision.
This is in D.C. Do you think these people have actually read the Constitution?
Without, without going through the proper authorizations.
Okay. Well, what if I told you that this was actually the Obama administration's justification for bombing Libya for 7 months?
Well, then that was perfectly okay.
What, do you think so? Was that illegal and was that dangerous?
I'm sorry, I don't know. I don't remember enough about that to really offer an opinion.
Yeah, at the time you were likely saying, yes, Libya's trouble. We don't want trouble in the Middle East and everything. And if Obama says we need to do it, we must need to do it. Whatever his reasoning is. These idiots.
But
2011, yep.
Yeah.
Do you think that was an illegal war?
I just told you I don't remember enough about it to offer an opinion on it.
Okay.
Well, I would have to know more about it and refresh my memory, and I don't remember.
Yeah, he conducted strikes in Libya, bombings, cut off the entire airspace for 7 months, killed a lot of people without congressional approval. Similar situation, perhaps?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know how.
I don't know. I don't know. Excuses.
How many times I have to tell you I don't know. I'm not going to offer an opinion on something that I really only vaguely remember.
The administration's justification for this is from their office, or this is their statement. The president had the constitutional authority to direct the use of.
Yeah, you had a lot of people watching because you were one of the first ones that went live there, so I'm guessing that was why. So usually they flock to Tommy when he goes live, but he wasn't even down there yesterday.
Military force in Iran because he could reasonably determine that such use of force was in the national interest.
Oh, okay.
Does that sound convincing?
It seems a bit vague, but I guess.
Yeah, that's vague.
Yeah. I'm not really entirely convinced, but.
Well, what if I told you that's actually Obama's justification for going into Libya and bombing Libya for 7 months?
Oh, really?
Do you think that was an illegal?
He's too young to remember that stuff.
Legal war? Should he have gotten constitutional authority for that?
I would say yes. Yes, he should have.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is the administration's justification for the strikes, and I just want to get your reaction to it. But it's very short. The president has the constitutional authority to direct the use of military force in Iran because he reasonably determined that such use of force is in the national interest. Does that sound convincing to you?
Well, considering what kind of a president
Really? Wow. She's in D.C. That's the D.C. You might look her up.
he is, I don't think he should have the authority to do much of anything.
Okay.
At any rate, I do think he needs to ask Congress.
What if I told you that was the Obama administration's justification for bombing Libya for 7 months? Was that war illegal, you think?
I don't know. And I don't know what consistency is because I live in a Democrat-led city of like 85% Democrats, and we're all supposed to follow the same basic playbook as criticize Trump, Obama good, Biden good, Republicans bad. Consistency is not our thing.
I'm not sure that was an issue then.
Were you against?
I'm really in today and looking to have things.
Everything is perfect under Biden and Obama. But once you get Trump in there for a year or something like that, the world's going to end. The world's going to end. Everything Obama and Biden did is just perfectly okay. We don't have to worry about skyrocketing inflation and gas prices under Biden. We didn't have to worry about all the BLM protests and things like that, burning up cities back then, you know, the rise in racial conflict back then, usually from the left. You know, that kind of stuff, just normal stuff, you know.
Right.
Save our democracy, having things get back to
Constitutional republic. Imagine having a democracy now. Democrats would, what would it be with their first law or whatever, like silence right-wing speech. It's dangerous. You must silence it. You have YouTube and Twitter. You have to, if somebody says Trump is good, you have to ban them.
you know, a normal kind of.
Yeah, well, just looking at historical precedent for the sake of consistency, were you against when Obama bombed Libya and Pakistan and other countries without congressional approval?
I don't know the particulars. I do believe that a president can use military force for 90 days. I don't know how long those wars were or whatever you're talking about. I think they were military strikes. This is a definite war. Even Trump called it a war.
Yeah, but those were strikes. Libya was for 7 months. They bombed Libya. They created a no-fly zone over the entire country without congressional approval.
I'll still say I'm living in today, and today is my concern.
Inconsistency.
His administration's justification for it, some people are saying it was kind of vague and didn't really make any sense. What he said was, whoops, this is blowing around. The president had the constitutional authority to direct the use of military force in Iran because he could reasonably determine that such use of force was in the national interest. Does that seem like a good justification for you?
It really doesn't, no. I mean, it seems like a kind of an umbrella way of just saying we had a right to do it. I think refusal to really go deeper into like why they felt the need to do so, and the fact that they're sending a lot of mixed answers out right now on what pushed them to do so is very questionable.
What if I told you that that was actually the Obama administration's justification for bombing Libya for 7 months back in 2011?
Actually, so great catch with that, but not that I necessarily agree with that too. I remember taking a national security law course. I'm still a student right now, and a lot of the justifications that like past presidents have pushed forward in the past, have been very unstable and not necessarily supportive in terms of what the American people would want.
You think it was illegal when Obama bombed Libya?
I can't pull off the top of my brain the justification for those situations in that time and the information. I just don't have like.
This was the justification. That was all he gave. Hey guys, I hope you're enjoying the video. I need to take a very quick break to tell you about this video.
Follow the goldcrestmetals.com. Is advertisement there. How you guys doing in the chat there? You guys behaving yourselves? I think you are. Oh, let's check and see on that poll question there if there's any more. 26 votes. Other is the what other orange juices are there besides grape, apple, and orange? I don't think there's lemonade. It's not really a juice, is it? I don't think it counts as a juice. You don't drink lemon juice. You know, put it on fish, but I mean, there's kind of combination juices, cranberry juice, things like that. It's kind of yucky stuff. I don't think you guys like cranberry juice. Maybe you do like cranberry juice. I don't know. Scoot ahead here. So you gotta say.
When things start breaking down, then somebody else is going to come along, and then they're going to do whatever they want to do, and then before we know, we're not going to have a country.
Absolutely.
And so it's just setting a bad example.
Can I get your reaction? This was the administration's justification for their strikes. This is a statement from them. They said the president had the constitutional authority to direct the use of military force in Iran because he could reasonably determine that such use of force was in the national interest. What do you think about that justification?
The president can determine what's in the national interests. Not the people, but the president at the time. That's what.
I have a hard time believing anything the president says. He lies too much. And so I don't think he has that justification. If he did, I don't think he will have a problem coming to Congress and getting permission or doing whatever the Constitution tells us to do in order to do whatever he needs to do.
Absolutely. Well, what if I told you that this is actually President Obama's administration's justification for bombing Libya for 7 months?
I am an independent minded man. I am not a Democrat. I am not a Republican. And so if that is Obama who did that, I will also disagree with that.
You think he should have sought congressional approval? Was it an illegal war when he bombed Libya?
Let me go back and try to think about that. But if you didn't get congressional approval, that was illegal.
At least it'll put a thought in there's people's heads to try to be more consistent, even if they're trying to weasel out of it. It's like, let me look it up or whatever. Maybe it'll put a thought in their head like, I need to be consistent in how I approach things. You know, if I'm going to criticize Trump for doing something, maybe I should criticize my side for doing something too. Maybe they'll plant a seed.
Well, at the time when Obama was bombing Libya, we didn't see the kind of pushback that we're seeing against Trump's Iran strikes. Why do you think that is?
Well, then again, we didn't have a president lie so many times and do things that this president have done so many times.
We haven't really had a constitutionally approved war since, I think.
When you ask for a lie, what's their go-to? He's told 30,000 lies. Name one. He's told 30,000 lies.
World War II.
Oh, yeah.
So we've seen kind of decades and decades of presidents doing this military action. Why are we seeing this pushback now nationally against Trump's Iran strikes when
This is in D.C. too, so
we didn't see this kind of national uproar in the past? Maybe since Vietnam. That was a big uproar, obviously.
Yeah, I'd say that's a very good point. I just think there's a lot of disapproval for the current administration, and I think that's a big part of it. Is that, yeah, I think that's just a big part of it. And I agree that in the past there have been many decisions made by both Republican and Democratic leaders that have they did things without congressional approval, and I think they should have. I think it's important to go into something like war with a plan and with backing and approval. And yeah, while I'm from a Democratic state and Democratic office, I think that this isn't something that only the Trump administration has done. I think something should be done about it for the future.
What other administrations have done something about it?
None. Like done something about fixing this?
Yeah, the Ayatollah oppressing people, killing his.
He's got him here. What's going on? Definitely not Wayne. How you doing? Nice to see you. I'm doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. Is Nightbot? Yeah, I was debating on taking some of these down. I don't know. Is that grifting when I sort of have the Nightbot put that cash up out there? Sometimes people say it's grifting, like, oh, you put it out there too much or something like that. What else has Nightbot been up to here? And that's you don't have to do that, Nightbot. Come on. If people want to go to the backup channel, because they can do that. They don't have to do that. That is a little bit overkill, yeah, Nightbot. There's no chatter boxes in between there. This one here is just kind of a reminder type thing on the Nightbot thing there. Most people know to be like that in my chat anyway, so I don't know if you need to do the link tree. I think I might get rid of the Odyssey, this one here, and just leave up the link tree if somebody wants to go to my other options or whatever. But because I don't even use those other ones really hardly anymore. Anyway, that's enough silly grifting or whatever they call that stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they really. Actually, some people did the other day when I was talking about certain opinions or something like that. That Mr. Bill's just a grifter. Keep in mind, I don't monetize my videos. A grifter would monetize his videos. I don't monetize the videos.
His own citizens.
Oh, what has been done about that?
Yeah, what other presidents have done something about that other than Trump?
I don't know, none. I couldn't name any.
You think it's a good thing that the Ayatollah was taken out?
Yes, 100%.
Do you think it was good that Trump took out the Ayatollah?
I thought Israel did that.
I think Trump administration working with Israel as our ally did that.
I think what angry means on that one there, he confuses the word awesome with a-hole. Awesome, a-hole, or think of a nicer word than a-hole or something like that. Sometimes he acts like the a-hole instead of awesome. Sometimes it seems like it's spelled the same, but just kidding.
My understanding is that Netanyahu's forces took out the Ayatollah.
Okay, was that good?
Long pause.
I think probably, there's positives and negatives to that. I don't think the whole thing should have started.
Okay.
It's like, kicking a hornet's nest as far as the Middle East, as I'm seeing it. He made it sound like, it's imperative to do this. I had to do it, but
nobody else has done it for 47 years.
I don't think he did.
You think that there could be positive outcomes like liberating the Iranian people from an oppressive regime?
Not when the son of the old guy is back and supposedly he's even more hardcore.
Well, maybe we'll take him out too shortly.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen.
Why do you think there wasn't as much pushback back then when Obama bombed Libya as there is now when Trump is attacking Iran?
See that one time? Sorry.
Why do you think there wasn't as much national push?
Mr. Grifter. Ooh, I should like it. Actually, I do already have a grifter song or something like that. That's makes sort of the grifting thing. I was gonna make BCP a song if he entered my chat. He wanted me to make him a song or whatever on AI. I don't know why he doesn't make his own song. Pretty much free anyway. But if he wants me to make a song, if he's watching me, he has to say something in the chat, and I'll try to make him a song. He has trouble making it himself. So if you're watching BCP, I don't think you are, but if you are, you have to say something in the chat for me to try to work on a song here.
Back in uproar back then when Obama did it, but now there is when Trump's bombing Iran.
I guess you could just go back to the fact that we have a president in office right now who doesn't really follow a lot of legal justifications in terms of pursuing different actions, whether that's closing different agencies. Yeah, it's just in terms of
Name something that this. Tell me something that he's done that SCOTUS said he can't do.
professionalism. You see one president who's a little more professional in their work in the past, and then
Did grape juice go ahead? It was a close one earlier. We're going grape juice in the lead. Ooh, grape juice tied the other. Oh my goodness, this could be close here. I'm not sure when I'll end or whatever, but right before I end or whatever, we'll see how that polls you doing. Right? Grape juice 30%, other at 30%, orange juice bringing up next at 23%. Apple kind of down there. Interesting. I would have thought Apple would be above orange juice.
and you see this guy now. He's,
Okay. You think Trump's track record is worse, so that's why people are more upset now that he's attacking Iran? I mean, do you care about the people in Iran that were living under this oppressive regime?
I don't, not professional songs, just AI silly songs. You know, there's a app called Suno. They don't sponsor me. But anyway, just fun stuff or whatever once in a while. If Laura was in here, I would play this Laura song for her or something like that. If you guys wanted me to play that song, I'd play the Juan Menace of the Mr. Bill Show song. But since she's not in here, I won't play that for her right now.
Definitely do. I definitely do. It can be a fair argument to say that it's important to target that negative regime and ensure that these people receive liberation. But I mean, we did see that, 115 schoolgirls were killed in one of these strikes, as well as a bunch of other innocent civilians.
Come on. Do you pay the extra $1 at your store or whatever for the Welch's? Or do you save that $1 and buy the Safeway or the Dollar General brand? They both still say it's Concord grapes, you know, so.
The lives of children being lost. I don't think there's any way to justify that.
Yeah, it's absolutely horrible. But under the Ayatollah, he was murdering tens of thousands of his own people. He was oppressing women.
Are you saying I should play her song when she's not here? Is that what you're saying, Angry? What if she finds out that I played it without her here? Actually, I did it the other day. She'll send her a link or whatever. She could click the link if she wanted to. So.
Right. I mean, we care about women's rights. So it might take this initial revolution or this American intervention to help free those people so that they can live in peace.
That's a fair point. Right. I definitely do think that President Trump could have, like you were mentioning earlier, Congress could have been involved in conversations and there could have been more targeted strikes if that's what they wanted to go towards.
Yes, they have targeted strikes. I think they just indiscriminately bomb certain places and things like that, like Hamas and Hezbollah do? I don't think so. No problem, Geyer. Thank you for hopping in there. I got to make a video for you to show you how to do the raid thing if you ever wanted to, when you have an audience like that and you want to send it on or whatever. Yeah, I'll teach you how to do the raid tomorrow. Or I could show you after this video here. I might be able to show it to you. I don't think there's anything sensitive. So hold on. Not that I'm going to raid anybody, but I'll show you how to raid if you're going to stay on here for a little bit longer. This video is almost over.
It's just, I don't know if the planning for this,
if BCP is watching, he needs help too.
Was what it could have been.
Okay, gotcha. All right, guys. Thank you for getting to this point in the video. If you watched this far, you're a real one. Turns out a lot of these people have that ideologically captured view that Trump using his executive authority to attack Iran is different than Obama using his executive authority without Congress's approval to attack Libya. Now, we all know how Libya turned out, and let's hope that Iran doesn't end up like that. But I think that it's not a lot to ask for to have moral consistency on this issue. If you're against Trump strikes, you should have been against Obama.
Moral and mental.
Obama strikes in Libya or in Pakistan or the other countries that he bombed without congressional approval, or any of the other presidents throughout the Cold War that did this. Of course, they didn't. They quietly supported or were at least silent on that when Obama did it. We didn't see this national uproar when other presidents in the past did the same exact thing. We know that this is being used as a weapon against President Trump.
There probably were a few kind of avid anti-war people or whatever at the time. They said, no more wars, no more wars. You know, Obama, you shouldn't do this. You shouldn't do this. They probably said you have the power to do this or something like that. But you shouldn't do this. You shouldn't do this. But only the real anti-war Vietnam types, you know. But anyway, let's see if I can figure this thing out here. How to do this raid for you. Are you still watching? Yeah, looks like Geyer is still watching. Okay, so watch closely, Geyer, as I you go to your YouTube studio. You need to write this down. Feel free to write it down. And then what you tell the audience to do is you tell them to click the subscribe button so your amount of subscribers goes up, okay? Instead of it being 4,612, you ask them to make sure they hit the subscribe button. When you have 20 viewers, you would hope that one of those people out there would click the subscribe button so you can at least go up 4,613 or 14 or something like that, because that number stayed there for a while. But anyway, what you do next is you click the button up here. Are you watching? I got to pull this over here, see if you're watching here. Are you watching? Are you watching? Okay. Hopefully he's watching here. Okay, then you click this next button here. We'll watch another video if you guys stay around or whatever, as long as I still have like 15 or 20 people, but I'm trying to help Geyer do this thing called rating on YouTube. It's a little bit of a process, but if you guys ever do your own channel and you want to kind of support other people or something like that, when you're done with the show, you click this button over here. Click this button here. It's my YouTube studio. Click that button there. Nothing sensitive there. No. Good. Then you click on, okay, there we go. Then you'll see this, and you'll click on your stream that you're currently on, obviously. Click on that one right there. And then what I'll do is wait for it here. For some reason, this thing will go away there. If you click edit right there, then just click the edit on that thing there. But instead, you'll have to go back to stream settings since I waited just to show you. Stream settings, and then click the edit of the video there. It's a process. Click customization right here. And then scroll down. Scroll means use the thing in the middle of your mouse or whatever. It's a scroll wheel. I'm sure you know that. And click the add right there. And if you want to show, if there's nobody you want to rate or whatever, you could kind of search your own videos and click a video you want them to watch or something like that. And you might have to put the title in there, but usually, you're going to want to rate other channels. You click on this, and then you find somebody you'd want to raid here. So what I'm going to do here is, when I'm done with my show here, I'm not going to raid Pretend Media. And sometimes you have to kind of allow people to raid you and things like that. A lot of these people kind of open it up to be rated by anybody. Rated is a good thing. But I'm going to set it up for Emmett here. Okay, he's probably does a lot of late night streams, so he'll probably stay around for a late night stream there. Normal America is good, but he usually ends a little bit earlier. So actually, Rob sometimes raids me. So then you click this, and then you click save. That way, at the end of your show, it goes to the thing there. Okay, and then you go back here and find the videos you're trying to do, and do another video like that. So hopefully you got that there, and then you delete that. You don't other stuff. Okay, hopefully you figured that out. That work for you? No. Angry. This is old guy behavior. Okay, and not to, yeah. See, Geyer's a young guy. He figured it out, or he'll clip that part of the video and watch it over and over. But no offense to the people in here, but if I tell you to go watch Emmett or something like that, somebody you don't know, or he's a good guy, are you going to go do it? Even if I put his link in the chat or something like that, a lot of you guys won't click the link or whatever. It's like, no, I only want to watch Mr. Bill. But if I indirectly force you to kind of go watch somewhere else by directing the video to go to another feed, then you might kind of be curious about it and want to stay on that video. See, Angry Oregonian here, even though I've rated him multiple times, and he said thank you, he wants me next time just to say, go to watch the Angry Oregonian, no, don't raid him or anything like that. You don't dig Emmett? Oh, Emmett's cool sometimes. Sometimes his karaoke needs a little bit of help, but that's all good. High Speed Chasing live in LA at Eagles, giving me some information there. Is that going to be on YouTube or something like that? I guess I'll put in LA Chase. I know there's some guys that play. Here's a Fox 11 here. Okay, let's watch this thing.
AI should be transforming your business.
Hold your horses. Hold your horses. Los Angeles Chase. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Advertisements. Box 11, Los Angeles. Man, I get the advertisements on this thing. I know angry Oregonians are going to try to say, everybody support Mr. Bill so he can get YouTube Plus or whatever they call that thing. But you don't have to do that. But here it is. This guy here is out there in maybe here. Alondra County. I don't know LA that well, but somewhere in Los Angeles County anyway. No audio on this one here. Get rid of that side screen. No. And then what you do here when you're on StreamYard and you want to give them credit or something like that, you make a little banner for these guys here also that I'm going to find a banner I don't use too often here. Yeah, I think I got to narrow down to all the banners I like to use here. Let's do this one. Here's a great time for music. Great time for music here, okay? When they're not giving you music and you don't want to talk too much, you find some music you want to play here. This is a war song here.
Spotlight hits, crowd rolls in. There she stands with that wicked grin.
Too expensive. My chat's not that I'm grifting, but if I do something that'll help the stream, I would need to sort of have the chat pay for it or whatever. I don't want to spend extra money out of my pocket or whatever for YouTube Premium if I'm only going to use it to kind of get around advertisements or something like that. Yeah, you use it for watching YouTube on every screen or whatever, but I'm a more patient guy. I can handle commercials.
Blonde hair, sharp tongue, she's loading up every joke like a gun. Takes aim at poor Bill, chats crying from laughter and love in the thrill. Lord Menace of the Mr. Bill Show. Tears him down, builds the hype, steals the whole damn flow. Yeah, she jabs, yeah, she pokes, but we all still know. Chat learn to love the chaos. Laura runs the show.
Okay, we got to highlight that message, okay? And make sure, BCP, are you here? He always says I'm not very respectful or something like that, or I don't talk enough or some bad thing about me. See, most respectful YouTuber out there. Make sure you guys screen record that. Okay, there we go. Thank you. Oops. There's just no audio. I wish that usually they have a news guy or whatever talking or something like that, but here he's going pretty fast. Ooh, weaving. Careful, buddy. Careful. Or it might be a woman. It might be a woman. They do like white cars and they like to drive interestingly, I guess. And there's no women in the chat to yell at me, so that's good. You guys want the music again? Here you go.
One wink, soft voice, that rare kind when she gives you a choice. She'll roast, then pack, swear bruise, but we're cheering, addicted to the crash. Long minutes of the Mr. Bill Show. Tears him down, builds the hype, steals the whole damn flow. Yeah, she snaps, yeah, she laughs, but we all still know. Shall learn to love her antics. Laura runs the show. she cruel? Is she kind? Both at once. Every time we complain, we stay tuned, we're devoted to the do. Loneliness of the Mr. Bill Show. Tears and down, fills the hype, steals the whole damn floor. Yeah, she stings, yeah, she sings, but we all still know Chad loves the way she wrecks us.
Laura runs the show. There we go. Okay. Now we're going to go to the BCP song that I made yesterday. I was hurried on the song, so some of it's incorrect or something like that. So you guys tell me what lines are incorrect about this thing about Master Streamer of the Faith on this one here. Here comes. Actually, I think I played the other. Let's play this other version today. Maybe it'll sound better. The BCP song. Here it is. We're going to make a Geyer song too.
It's gonna live like a war cry. Child lights up like a courtroom. Every word is a gavel.
Oh, I got to work on that guy. I got to work on that. You know what I gotta do? Maybe if tomorrow or whatever, I'll have you as a guest on the show, and while you're talking about something, I'll make a song about you.
Every look is a storm front. He crowns you king on a thumbnail, then forgets your name by the weekend. Says he'll call, says he's with you, leaves you staring at a blue screen. He says, I got you, but the silence feels louder than the praise. He says, I got you, but I'm reading through the gaps in what he said.
That's silliness. See, I get the audio on the commercial, but not on the stream itself on that one there. Is he's ooh, there's the clap right there. Wow, look at that. Oh, still can't skip it here. Come on. How long are these stupid commercials? Come on. Full screen. I want full screen. No more of these silly commercial things here. He's going to get him here, and you're not going to be at full screen here. There could be something bad that happens too. Right. Ooh, I guess that guy's just right there. Seriously, in the gun commercial. Thank you. You're watching the chase. Okay, I see how you are. Any relation to you, Quincy? I know you had a speeding ticket recently or something like that. Is this person related to you and your driving skills here? Here, we'll keep going with the BCP music here while we're watching this.
BC preacher, master of the stream, lying in the lens, shepherd of the screen, calling out the world while he's ghosting me. Says he's on my side, then he lets it be. BC preacher, king of every take, cracks on Mr. Bill just to watch him break. Swears he writes for truth, but it bends in.
BCB wants me to dance to his song. I bet you.
You're the goatee of the Christian.
How fast are they going? 75 miles an hour. Wow. They're 80 miles an hour. Let's slow down there, buddy. Oh my goodness. I don't even like to drive over 70. I just don't like to drive over 70.
Draw thick lines in a thin world. Every amen is an earthquake.
Guy will be late on this one here.
Says I see you, I reach out. But the days turn a long night.
You gotta have a woman drive for you to catch up with you guys. Gotta have a lady drive for you. Guys don't drive fast now.
He says I got you, but the echoes doing circles in my chest. He says I got you,
105
still I'm waiting like a
San
prayer
Pedro,
in his quest.
Southeast
BC
Washington.
preacher, master of the street, lying in the lens, shepherd of the screen, calling out the world while he's ghosting me. Says he's on my side, then he lets it be. BC preacher. Mr. Bill just to stoke the flames. Says he writes for truth, but it bends and leaves. You're the Goethe of the Christian live stream. You say you stand for the one true way.
No, thank you, Everest.
Like it's loose change. Toss it in the air just to see it shine. Let it hit the ground when it costs your time. I still pray you practice what you preach.
Rob Ray coming in.
Like the mercy that you teach. Cause legends in the light of a screen.
Thank you, Rob, for the raid. It's incoming. Much love. How you doing?
BC preacher, master of the street, lion in the lens, shepherd of the screen, calling out the world while he's ghosting me. Says he's on my side, then he lets it be. BC preacher, king of every take. Cracks on Mr. Bill just to watch him shake. Swears he writes for truth, but it bends and leaves. You're the Goethe of the Christian live streams.
There we go. Thank you, Rob, for the incoming raid. It hasn't popped in yet. You can raid somebody else if he wants to. He doesn't have to. I was gonna. Okay, we'll do another song here in a second, here, guys. But incoming Rob raid there. Actually, Avarice, let me make you a mod if you're going to be here, real quick here, so you can shout out the Rob raid here, real quick here. Hold on, your horse is here. Hold on, old guy trying to figure out 10 different windows on his screen here. Chill out. Avarice is a good guy over there. He plays a lot of video games. I think Rust, I think, is the video game that he likes to play. Avarice is already a mod, so yeah, you can shout him out when he gets here. Good deal. That's a cool thing about having streamers be your mods and everything. They already know the rules. Let's do another Mr. Bill's Curbs. How about do the Mr. Bill's Curbs as for the people popping in here from the other one here as we're watching a crazy thing going on here. Hold your horses. Next song coming up. We did that one. Coolest chat. That's it. Let's do that one.
Camera on, same old chair. Coffee ring, halo on the desk right there. Chat scrolls fast.
Let's go.
Names in a stream. Every little message makes the room all beat. You crack jokes, I crack up. We turn awkward moments into gold. Good luck.
BCP said this was his house or whatever. I wanted to be like just like BCP, so I ordered a house. Has the exact same interior that he had, so that's why the house looks like it's BCP's house, but it's actually my house. I just want to be so much like BCP, like the song said before and everything. So, right, so just in case you're wondering why the house has the same kind of look as BCP's house, although his has a downstairs gymnasium and weightlifting area, so mine doesn't have that. So he's going to catch him. I think he's going to catch him pretty soon. Or he's going to slow down. He's got to be running out of gas or something by now. More music.
You spam hearts, I see you. Feels like the whole world's in this one small room. Coolest chat in the world. Every head, every pulls me straight on through. I don't grift, I just give every laugh I can do. Coolest chat in the world.
Actually, Quincy, when the Rob Nork raid comes in, he was talking about Antifa and equal justice and things like that weren't happening there in different cities. Some it happened in New York or something like that. So if you want to come on, we'll talk about some Portland stuff or something like that. If you want to talk about some of the unequal justice that happened back in the day with certain right wingers and left wingers, things like that. If you want to. Oh, he might be in trouble here. He's on a one-way road. There's the he's back on the freeway. Freeway's on I-405 now. Gardenia. I love how they tell you exactly where he is on that thing. Hold your horses. You might raid somebody else. It's okay. Again, no audio. I could try to find another audio channel. What? You don't want to be like you? Oh, wait. Yeah, I cause trouble too. I cause more trouble lately than you do. You stay out of the trouble. I cause trouble by having opinions and everything. Some opinions hurt people's feelings and they block you and things like that. So I don't know why I have opinions, but I guess certain opinions make people block you that are right wingers. It's interesting. Chris Rock. Really? I didn't know that. More music.
Mr. No, you just spam nice. Turn my little fails into highlight nights. Inside jokes, running for weeks. I hear you're using names when I try to sleep. You drop love, I feel seen. Even when the numbers on the screen stay lean.
Is he gonna catch him?
So right, cut into half is what I'm doing, half is all.
Ooh.
Oh, you coolest shot in the world. Every cheer.
I don't know if he's allowed in that lane. Yes, is there one person in the car or two? I think LA might have to have like 4 people in the car to use the carpool lane. I don't know.
Every word keeps me pushing through. I don't grift, I just give every bit I can do. Coolest chat in the world.
No, you think these are just little ribs here, Sand Tiger? You think they're just kind of playful ribs? No, we're very serious when we're making little jabs at each other. They're serious jabs and everything. We're serious when I say I want to be like Quincy or something like that, and when Angry Oregonian makes jokes or something like that. Those are painful jokes and everything. Quincy takes those to heart and everything. I don't know if they're gonna get over their 10-year friendship with these little jabs that they take out at each other. I think they're gonna break up their friendship because they said something mean to each other. So they're gonna have to do the thing like the high school thing or whatever. If you say something mean or whatever, you're not going to talk to that person for 2 weeks or something like that. So it could be longer with these little jabs here. I don't know. That's kind of crazy. No Pam Teef in the could be. We didn't see her today at that protest. I don't think I did. Okay, back to your music. But I'm not sure if my commentary is very good anyway. So.
Can't wait. See your colors flooding up the gate. Even when you're out in somebody else's room, you're still my crew. I'm right there with you. Coolest chat in the world. Every day, every ride feels like something new. I don't grift, I just give all this heart back to you. Coolest chat in the world.
Are they going south? I wonder if they're going south.
Can't wait to see.
It said they're in Southeast LA, wherever that is. South Bay Cities. Wait, what's a bay? They're in the East LA. They wouldn't be in a bay in the East LA, would there?
Cameron.
Okay, that was that song there. Let's go to a different one here. Best curbs in the game. Let's try the best curbs in the game here. It's like this one here.
Chasing summer all the time. Tommy Temper holding down the north side. Canada cold, but it's stream running high. All the chats say they all so fine.
A little bit of country there, isn't there?
But one name's sitting on the top. Hey! Mr. Bill got the best curves in the game. Whole star train rolling H and his name. All these West Stream kings chasing that fame. But they all turned green when the trophy came. Mr. Bill got the best curves in the game. Crowd go dumb, can't tame that flame. Jealous eyes flash when they call that name. Best curves in the game. Red carpet full of tripods, bright screens, flash bulbs pop for the protest scenes.
Uh-oh.
Every angle, every siren, and every sign. But your line hit clean, baby, every
Going
time.
off.
They got flags for the views, for the watch time. You got love for the lines where the wheels ride. They all clap, but you feel that side. Cause the curb crown sitting on you just right. Oh yeah. Mr. Bill got the best curves in the game. Whole star train rolling H and his name. All these Weststream kings chasing that fame. But they all turned green when the trophy came. Mr. Bill got the best curves in the game. Crowd go dumb, can't tame that flame. Jealous eyes flash when they call that name.
Look, that freeway.
Best curves, best
And nobody. Oh,
curves
there's
in
somebody
the
on the freeway.
game.
Okay. It's a 2-laner though. You got to brake a little bit. You had to brake. Oh, El Segunda. Where's El Segunda? I gotta pull up my map over here. Hold on.
Best curves in the game.
El Segunda. There's El Segunda. Trying to see where he's at about. Oh, he is on the Southwest LA. Oh, five. Is he heading for the ocean? Might be heading for the ocean. I'm not sure if that's
Portland, Indy in the spotlight.
Imperial Highway.
Greatest of all
I'm not sure
time.
what Imperial Highway is.
MBG with the wild beer, wildlife, Spin City chasing summer all the time. Tommy Temple holding down the north
Imperial
side.
Highway.
Canada cold, but a stream running high. All the chats say they all so fine, but one name sitting on the top. Mr. Bill got the best curves in the game. Whole star train rolling, they chant his name. All these Weststream kings chasing that fame, but they all turned green when the trophy came. Mr. Bill got the best curves in the game. Crowd go dumb, can't tame that flame. Jealous eyes flash when they call that name. Best curves in the game.
Well, you're going into town here. Why are you going into town? To get some gas? Where's the cops?
Red carpet full of tripods, bright screens, flash bulbs, pop for the
Megan,
protest
hey.
scenes.
Megan?
Every angle, every siren, every sign. But your line hit clean, baby, every time. They got plaques for the views, for the watch time. You got love for the lines where the wheels ride. They all
Uh-oh.
clap, but you feel that
Helicopter lost him.
cause the curb crown sitting on you just right.
Rob Ray coming in.
Mr. Bill got the best curves in the game. Whole star train rolling, they chant his name. All these Weststream kings chasing that fame, but they all turned green when the trophy came. Mr. Bill got the best curves in the game. Crowd go dumb, can't tame that flame. Jealous eyes flash when they call that name. Best curves in the game.
There we go. Nice to meet you too. How you doing? Mark Larry. I'm bad at pronunciation. So right now we're watching the little thing here. Thank you guys for popping in. Avarice, if you're in here, shout out Rob Nor's channel for everybody else that's watching here. But ooh, that guy's going crazy there. He's in the South Bay Cities area near El Segunda here. It looks like almost like he's heading for the ocean or something like that. I guess that would be kind of an interesting video or something like that. Like I ran away from the cops just to end up in the ocean. But he's in trouble there. White car. How long has he been going? Have you guys been watching this? But anyway, he's doing his thing in there. Let me make it bigger for you here. You like that song? Okay, we'll play another song here because I don't have any audio from the feeds here right now. And he's going 49. He was going 80 miles an hour plus. In and out, everybody. Is he gonna stop by In and Out? That'd be a crazy thing to. Could be hungry or whatever. Like it says, In and Out. Maybe he can get it in and out in a few seconds because there's no cops around that area. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. There's another button here, guys. You can also hit. It's called the subscribe button. I'll make myself big for just for a second. Subscribe button right down here somewhere. Click that button there, somewhere down there. You can click it once, 3 or 5 times, or 7. Any odd numbers. Don't click it twice. Click it 1, 3, or 5 times. Same with the like button. Once, 3 or 5 times on that like button also. Hey Gary, how you doing? Nice to see you. Had a lot of people hanging out in the chat here. I appreciate the raid from Rob. We're watching a thing going on here in LA area as we're listening to some music. As they're, yeah, maybe that's why he went into the city more, because it's harder to get the helicopters in that area there. They kind of have to get it kind of a tough area to be at that point there. If somebody has a better link or whatever for an audio version of what's going on here, is I do not have the best police things going on when I talk about these. That's why you, and then now they go to this commercial thing here. I'm not grifting you. Okay. You guys just got done watching Rob or whatever. Some people will say he grifts or whatever, playing that song that he plays. What's the name of the song? Raiders over there. Sometimes he gets annoyed because you guys keep paying him to play that song. Here, I don't have to, I'll play my songs or whatever, but there's songs that over there. But anyway, see what's going on there as I play another song here called Mr. Bill's Curbs and everything. Is at the ice building that we sometimes go to down there at night. Ooh, that was a nice little overlay on the map there to let you know where everybody was at. But anyway, we're gonna play another one here. You guys were talking about Antifa, right? Let's play Antifa's Last Stand here. No, just an idea. Just an idea. It was Antifa is just an idea, right? Is that pretty much what they all say there? Just an idea. Here's the song. Oh, thank you so much. We are watching LA. Thank you so much for that.
Just an idea, they scream in the dark. But ideas don't throw fists or leave their mark. Shadows on corners, they lurk and they plot.
Yeah, LA.
Tell me who's free when the truth's
Oh, I love how they do that.
just an idea.
Where's the ocean? The water. There's ocean in the back.
Who's the villain in this play? Just an idea, they say.
City of Angels or City of Trouble? I don't know what you want to call it. Maybe give it a name, guys. If you don't think it's City of Angels, give it a Los Angeles a different name for. Keep it clean, of course, though. Yeah, no audio off this helicopter, but he's flying pretty low to try to track down where that guy's at. It's a police chopper right there, but it's a news chopper that's filming it. Here's more music here, just because I can't entertain you well enough without the music. Sorry, I don't have the skills to keep entertaining everybody without music.
Crowd hands tied while whispers grow loud. The flags wave high, but the sky's full of doubt.
Do they?
Tell me who's the cold when the truth's on trial.
Yeah, they do the best ones over there.
Tell me who's the fraud with that
I'm guessing they got close to where he's at or something like that. Why didn't he stay on the freeway? Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, guys. I appreciate it. We're just chilling out. Usually I do reaction streams and news streams and do little panels, but nobody wanted to come up on my panel today, so we're just watching the crazy news that somebody told me was going on in LA. Was that Ed Eagle that told me about this? But anyway, it's a cool thing to watch anyway. More music. Let me see if I can find a feed that actually has audio on it.
Fill the sky. Just an idea, they say. While the streets burn away. Who's the villain in this play? Just an idea, they say. Max on faces, no names, no trace. The game's been rigged, it's a crooked race. The banners wave, but the meaning's gone. Who's the enemy when the fight feels wrong?
As those
Just
cruisers
an
on the ground
idea,
station.
they say. Just an idea, they say. Just an idea, they say. While the streets run away. Who's the villain in this play? Just an idea, they say.
You guys like that song? All right. Stop it. Hold off on the music. No more free music. Let's see what's going on here. 52 viewers, if even half of you. I'm not the grifter, okay? Angry Oregon is the unofficial grifter of the channel here. But in order to not get the commercials you sometimes see come up on these streams or whatever, I guess YouTube Premium or something like that, never heard of it, is $15 a month or something like that. If you guys wanted to help out with that, you can. I guess I've got 2 super chats today, one from there, 5 to 7. So technically I'm still $8 away, and that's even before taxes, but just not grifting, okay? Well, it's a beautiful view of the city, though. Anyway, that's bizarre. Let's go back to here. Ollie Chopper. Pay for YouTube. You guys like the premium or whatever, the YouTube Premium or something like that? Does it give you anything else besides you can like download stuff and you can watch things on your phone or something like that? No, you paid extra, okay? You got the family plan is what that is. The family plan is like $23 or $25. I looked it up earlier. It's $15 for one person, okay? So just because you're probably going to get angry because they overcharged you $8 or you spent an extra $8 a month and you didn't look at the fine print or something like that. So you have to look at the fine print and find out that you were overcharged or didn't check that out. So make sure you look it up. Somebody in the chat can verify for me how much is the single version of YouTube Premium. Is it $15? There's a cheaper version or whatever, like $6 or $8, but the family one I believe is like $15. And then there's a family one. Okay, yeah, so that's why it's the family plan there. He's like, it weighs so many devices. Yeah, $13.99. Thank you, Artsy. I thought it was something like that. So $14. So I just got to double the amount there. So I'm already at $7 of super chats or something like that. If you guys do send a Cash App, not that I'm grifting, but if you do send a Cash App, please let me know in the chat. But there's nothing going on there that I can see right now. Night crawlers or something like that. Is he just going to head back to base on this one here? There's no cops there, and there's no police situation. It's probably stuck in a tough to get area. 6 profiles for $23. Thank you, Mark. Marcelari. That's a hard one to say. Looks like you're a woman, so I'm gonna call you Marcy for short. Can I call you Marcy for short? I was gonna call you Marcy for short without getting in trouble. Sometimes people don't like to be a short named or something like that, or dead named or something like that. Marcy works. Okay, cool. I appreciate it. Yeah. There we go. Okay, there we go. You guys are behaving yourselves. Let's play a softer song here while we're doing this one here. Just the heck of it here. Let me do the chat one. Mr. Bill's Curbs. Okay. The reason I call it Mr. Bill's Curbs is when I do my content or whatever, there's like in Portland streets and ice and all sorts of other lefty things. The streets are where you have let me look you in the face here a little bit. Streets are where you had the reality of the streets and everything, accidents and crazy stuff can happen on the streets, as it ends right there. Crazy. But and then the sidewalks are where the crazy stuff in Portland, you have funny stuff and weird stuff and all sorts of bizarre stuff kind of happens on the streets. That I'm the sidewalks, and I'm the curb right in between. That's what I call it, Mr. Bill's Curbs. I cover the news of the streets, but I also cover the craziness and act crazy half the time on the sidewalks. So I'm the area right in between the curbs. Okay, so that's why I call it Mr. Bill's Curbs. Well, you guys listen to the song. I'll see if I can find some other content to watch. Where's the song? Mr. Bill's Curbs. Whenever you think of Mr. Bill, think of Mr. Bill's Curbs. I try to keep them clean too. Let's go with the second version. It gets better. Now.
They roll up loud.
It ended, yeah.
Foresee, then they freeze mid-step, 'cause the sidewalk's clean. Fresh white lines like a battle scar.
Here we go.
Every
It's good.
edge
It's
in
good.
place,
It's good. Hold on.
every mark a star.
There Bill's curve.
Where the strong stand tall, trip up the chaos. Hold the front line wall, good stone guardians, watching every turn. Mr. Bill's curve, make the doubters burn.
Get back to normal. Just get better.
Boots on the ground, badges in the night. Neighbors on the porch, backlit by the porch light. Every sharp corner like a drawn out sword. When the crowd surges, they hold the accord.
Everybody hang out.
Do you know what voter ID?
I'm really more in this camp for.
Do you know what voter ID is?
Yeah.
Watching every turn, Mr. Bill's curve, make the doubters burn. They chant and they push, but the line doesn't fade. Every painted edge, every groove that was laid, dreamy haze above.
Not that I'm grifting, but if I was to grift or whatever, I would say if you guys do get me up to that next $7 or something like that, I'll do a dance for the next song, and I'll play the next song in the middle of this next video. Okay. I'm not sure if it's going to be a good dance or a Trump dance or something like that, but I'll dance for you if you hit that thing there. Is that grifting? I don't think it's grifting because I'm offering you a service for $7. I don't know. I am not AI. You are AI, or you're IA, intelligence artificial. That doesn't make sense.
Of course, I know what voter ID is. It's not necessarily.
Oh, we want to finish that song first. Sorry.
Mr. Bill's curve, where the strong stand tall, trip up the chaos, hold the front line wall. Watching every turn, Mr. Bill's curve, make the doubters burn.
5 plus 2 is 7, plus 5 is 12. So you're still $2 away or something like that. Sounds like. Don't need to play the other version here. We'll play another song later if you want to. I find a good dance song to dance to. You guys are probably watching Liberty Hangout here. You know what I ought to do for the people that are in Rob's orbit there? And he likes to talk about Antifa quite a bit, you know, and different things going on with Antifa out there. I'm trying to set up a debate between Rob Knorr and Chandler. There's a guy named Chandler. He's a kind of a communist, revolutionary type guy, but he's able to handle a conversation out at ICE in Portland where people kind of get into little disagreements, things like that. But he always says, rich people are bad. They need to get rid of rich people, and the poor people need to rise up and take over businesses, things like that. Very communist-y kind of person. But I want to get Rob Knorr. He's kind of the intellectual, we'll say, of the ICE protesters. But it would be cool to see him debate against Rob Knorr. That's what I'm going to try to set up. In part 2, Marcy, I didn't tell Rob this yet either, but I want him and Tommy Boy. You saw Tommy Boy is the guy then that's out there kind of doing crazy things and confronting lefties, things like that, just to kind of brush up on some of his sort of arguments or whatever when lefties kind of talk to him or something like that. I want to get Rob Knorr and him and me on a stream or whatever, saying what would have been what's the other ways that you could have handled certain situations where lefties bring up certain talking points about ICE or trans and things like that and everything. So I'm going to see if I can get him and Tommy Boy, him and me to kind of bring it together, the debate verse and the ice verse. Anyway, here we go. I'm done talking. I talk too much.
Necessary. Voter fraud in this country is not an issue, and it never really has been.
Do you guys have an
No, I won't. You don't owe me anything, Geyer. You don't owe me anything. But if somebody wants me to order YouTube Premium tonight or something like that, $2 more, I guess, would be to get to that. Although I should make you pay the tax because, you know, YouTube takes the 30% tax. But I'm the nicest guy in the world, so I'm gonna not include that tax that I'll have to pay, probably. Yes, I'll have to pay it. It's tax is theft. But anyway, yeah, we'll do that. Let's see what. But she's got. Listen to her. Sorry.
ID?
Yeah. An ID?
Yeah.
Yeah. It restrict probably minority rights. People don't have access to getting IDs, so that would have an effect if it did pass.
Do you think it's racist to ask every American citizen to present an ID when they go to vote?
No.
No? How would it affect minorities?
Oh God, I hit the talking point.
Do you have an ID?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Do you have an ID?
Yeah.
Do you have an ID?
I have an ID.
You have an ID. Okay, all right. Do you have an ID?
I do.
So you have an ID though.
I have an ID.
I've seen this one here. It's a good one, but I forgot that I've already seen this one here. Have I seen this other one? Oh, Dark Admission. James Lu. It's a good one. I'll stay with it here, you guys. Not everybody's seen this one.
They said that about me? Like a brown person? That's pretty racist.
The Senate Democrats and Chuck Schumer.
Oh, Geyer's got a new investigation going on. You guys want a good way to go to get news of what's going on in the Northwest there? Follow Geyer Digital out there, okay? Good guy to go to. I'll give you a link here in the chat. Actually, Geyer, put your own link in the chat for me just because, yeah, my hands aren't always free. So make sure you follow him if you guys want to see what craziness is going on in Portland, news, things like that. Again, see these commercials here? If you guys are tired of seeing these commercials come up and be having to talk too much rather than just have the content on the screen, you're going to have to pay that extra $2 or whatever to have me get this YouTube Premium that allegedly it gets rid of the commercials. I still have not seen it in action. So if you guys say it gets rid of the commercials, then we'll see if it does. Yeah.
Voter ID laws for federal elections are racist, like Chuck Schumer is claiming they are.
I don't think we should have to have something like a passport required since there's a fee associated with it.
Yeah.
I do think that having a passport required, if we take away the fee of a passport, would be a good...
There's no passport required.
But it's the option that we're going towards, and it's the first
No, it's
option listed.
So that's an option that you could have to verify your identity when voting, but that's not the only thing. That's just one of the acceptable forms of
Yes.
requirement. And if it's just
These are college students, guys. You guys are paying your taxes for these people to go to college. I'm guessing he's not a freshman.
listed first, that doesn't mean that's what they're
But
going
I don't
towards.
think that we should have anything that costs money as an option, because then that takes away people that don't have the money.
Okay. Who wouldn't have the money for an ID?
People who are low income, that's a very straightforward issue.
Well, those same people have to have an ID to apply for government benefits.
Ding, 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 ding. Is it going to get through his head? Is it going to get through his head? You have to have the ID to get through your benefits. The driver's license, usually a birth certificate to get a lot of that stuff too. And you have to pay for those things.
Okay.
So how is it low-income people can have an ID to obtain benefits, government welfare, government programs and benefits, but you don't think they should have to have one to vote because it costs money?
Oh, I didn't say they shouldn't have to have one to vote.
Okay, so you do believe in voter ID?
I think that if that's the path we're going to go down, take away the fee for it.
Why?
Is it something in his voice? Is it says he's kind of stuck in a certain ideology or something like that? Is that why you say that it might not get stuck in his head, the basic common sense that she's giving him?
I thought I've already answered that because I don't think there should be a tax to vote.
There is no tax to vote. You still have to drive to a voting booth and spend money on gas.
Wasn't the question about race?
Or they have to pay for public transportation to get to the voting polls.
Or they could walk.
They could walk, that's free. So actually, you don't have to, there is no tax.
Okay.
Okay, common sense baffles me.
Can I take my selfie with you now?
Do you know what voter ID is?
Yeah, of course I know what voter ID is.
Okay. Chuck Schumer is saying that he's not going to support it come next week when they vote on the SAVE Act, which is a national voter ID law, because it's racist. He calls it Jim Crow 2.0. We're asking students today if they agree with him or if they support voter ID. What is your opinion?
I mean, yeah, it's not necessary. Voter fraud in this country is not.
It's not that big a deal. I hate this argument. But Pan has a good question for the chat there. Yes, it's in every state election, you have to have ID to vote. But in liberal states, you only have to have the ID to register to vote. And you only have to show it once. So once you're registered to vote in Oregon, for instance, then if they don't take your name off the voter rolls or double check, and they don't double check or anything like that, so technically you only have to show your ID once in your lifetime, basically, unless they ever clean up the voter rolls or something like that. And Oregon and a lot of other states, you guys have to show your ID every time you vote in some states out there. I wouldn't mind doing it, but in Oregon, mail you a ballot, mail it back in. We're not sure who mailed it back in, but we assume it was the person we sent it to.
Not an issue, and it never really has been.
Okay. Well, then if we pass the law, then nothing will change, right?
It restrict probably minority rights. People don't have access to.
Oh, who's the racist here? She didn't say anything about minority rights. Are you saying? Wow.
Getting IDs, so that would have an effect if it did pass.
Okay. How would it affect minorities?
Oh God, I hit the talking point.
Yes, you did. At least he realizes it.
How would it?
I'll repeat the question. How would it affect minorities?
I'm just gonna end the conversation here. Thank you.
How would it affect
Admit you're stupid. Come on, say you're stupid without saying you're stupid. I guess by walking away. Oh, you got a helicopter overhead. Okay. Yeah. So you guys are going to make me do it here. Okay, Ed Eagle. Okay.
minorities?
No, I'm good, man.
Or maybe you won't answer because you'd have to explain how black people can't obtain an ID. You weren't about to say that, were you?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say.
Yeah. Do you guys have an ID?
Yeah. An ID?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you have a form of identification.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't really go to college without it.
Do you think it's racist to ask everybody, every American citizen, to present an ID when they go to vote in federal elections?
No.
No. No.
No.
Okay. Why not?
I don't know if he said that exactly, but Obama said something like that too, I believe, allegedly. But yeah, Biden recently, he was at a church, wasn't he recently, for the Jesse Jackson thing? And didn't he belittle the African American audience? I think he did say something that kind of was sort of not very nice to a certain audience.
I mean, like, you shouldn't be able to vote if you're not a citizen.
Yeah.
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 Yep.
Right? And that's not racist, right?
No.
How would it affect minorities?
She's looking like, of course it's not. Who says it is? Like, what a stupid question.
Minorities can't get an ID?
I'm good, bro. Go talk to someone else.
Okay, all right. Maybe you need to think about what you're about to say because you're about to tell me that minorities cannot obtain ID, which is super prejudiced.
Look at that guy taking pictures of Liberty Hangout right there, Caitlin, while he has his mask on. I mean, yeah, freedom of the press, but the optics of I'm going to take this person's picture while I'm hiding my own identity.
This.
Yeah, you heard it here first.
You want to correct me then? Maybe I'm wrong. That's not what you were going to say?
I think you can go talk to somebody else. I'm good here.
Oh, you're a minority. Are you affected when we implement voter ID?
Not at all.
No?
No.
Hey, she's a minority. I mean, you are too. She said that she's not affected by voter ID.
I'm good. I'm done. This is the end of the conversation.
He had to be confronted with his prejudice.
They don't like logic.
So you have an ID though?
I have an ID.
Before coming out today to talk to students about the SAVE Act, I went to ground.news/liberty and
You guys go to Ground News, or where do you guys get your news from? Ground News is a good place to make sure you get kind of even news, Let's where the sources come from and things like that. So go to Ground News /liberty for a discount.
with facts from both sides.
Yes, I didn't order it yet. Okay, guys. Should I order it now or something like that, or deal with the advertisements the rest of the night? But if you guys, this is going to sound like a grift or whatever. Should I do the 1 month thing or the 1 year thing? It's like a 10 or 20% discount if I do the 1 year thing with YouTube Premium. But if I do the 1 month thing, then it's a little more expensive that way. But
Do you guys agree with Chuck Schumer that it's a racist policy, or do you guys agree with 84% of Americans who support the SAVE Act?
Reddit, I think most people get it from Twitter. I'm guessing you're kind of joking on that one, Mephisto. Hey, nice of you to pop in. You're usually over on Twitch too. Excuse me. Wait till I get enough. I was thinking about that too. Definitely not Wayne. Should I wait until I get enough for a year donations, or should I sort of say that do the monthly thing? Because I sort of said I'd just do the monthly thing, but I could sort of add up the donations, because right there we got the 5, we got the 2, 5, 7, that's 12, plus another 5, that's 17. So it's a good start. Where's the live chat? There it is.
My father is a politician. I cannot answer this question, unfortunately.
Well, I'm not asking your dad. I'm asking you. Do you think voter ID laws, like Chuck Schumer believes?
He can't answer
Yes.
because of his dad. He's gonna choose to forego the answer.
Yes.
So what's your dad being a politician have to do with it?
I can't answer that either.
I will say, what's the 84% statistic?
That's from a Pew Research poll.
Oh, I got you. I just, like, do you believe it?
Do I believe in voter ID?
No. Do you believe that it's, like, racist?
No, I don't think it's racist.
So
do you
do
think
support it?
Yeah, do you think it's racist?
The SAVE Act? Let's pull it up together, actually.
Yeah, so it require proof of
They keep thinking they're going to get one over on her and things like that, but let's look at the details.
citizenship at the time of registration.
Mm-hmm.
And then it would require you to bring an ID to vote. That could be a passport, it could be a military ID, it could be a driver's license.
You already have to have your not your passport, a proof of ID to vote.
No, not in all states. So this would make it for all federal elections for all American citizens, no matter where you live.
In Florida, don't you have to have your ID to vote already?
Yep, we have voter ID laws, but not every state does. 37 states do. And so the other
These people are so stuck in I live in the state, so if my state has it, then everybody must have the same thing that's going on in my state. My state's common sense, Florida, but other states, once you show your ID once, you never have to show it again. Can you imagine that?
ones don't. And so to make it a more secure election, they want to make it to where everybody in every single state would have to have a voter.
You're right, Jets. I did sort of say that I would do a dance. I got it. You're holding to that. It was probably you that did the donation too, wasn't it? I gotta be nice. Yeah, it was you that did the donation. You just did it for the dance. You didn't do it to help me with the YouTube Premium. You just wanted to see me dance. I see how you are.
ID.
Do you know what makes people say that it's a racist act or policy?
I know what Chuck Schumer has said.
I know it. I don't like looking at nose rings. I know. I definitely know I don't like to look at the nose rings.
But I'm asking students today, before I give you guys someone else's opinion, I want to.
Yeah, it's cheaper to get it by the year. Yep. Bust a move. Okay, you guys want me to dance? Okay, I got to find a song. I like to play my own music, AI music that I played here. So let me get one ready to go. Oh, the best grift anthem. Let's do that one here. I made a song called "The Best Grift Anthem." Actually, Bill Tifa made it or whatever. Neighbor troublemaker. But anyway, we'll see if that's a good dance one here. It's not bad. It's not bad. Hold on.
keys to the treasure chest, not me, not
Okay. Jet's probably getting ready to go to bed, so you probably have to be nice. You guys want full screen, or is that big enough screen? Is that a big enough screen, or you want full screen? I think that's a big enough screen for you, I think, isn't it? Although I might move around more often, so I might go full screen. Okay. I do have to go to the restroom pretty soon, too, so I'll play this and finish and then go to the restroom. Okay. Don't. Oh, seriously, this guy. I tell you. Okay, here we go. Best Griffith anthem. I won't do the whole song. I'll do like a 30 seconds or a minute here. Old age. Want my heart to explode or something. I won't be crazy dancing.
you, but he does best. Mr. Bill with the tilt of his hat. He's a hurricane wrapped in a diplomat. Cashing in on the fallout glow. Where the river bends, that's where he'll go. A paper trail to a throne of sand, built by the work of another man. Grip the sky, grip the crown, turn the silence into sound. Mr. Bill don't need no crown, just a game and a hustle round and round. Slicker than oil on a rain-soaked street, words like fire that you can't unbeat. He's the shadow dancing in the light, the fine print you missed in the dead of night. Promises stick like a web of glue, but it's gone by the morning, nothing left for you. He's the echo in a hollow hall, the phone that rings with no one to call. Is it wrong, is it right, or just a trick of the light? The anthem plays as he takes his flight. Is it wrong, is it right, or just a trick of the light? The anthem plays as he takes his flight. Cashing in on the fallout glow. Where the river bends, that's where he'll go. A paper trail to a throne of sand, built by the work of another man. Grip the sky, grip the ground, turn the silence into sound. Mr. Bill don't need no crown, just a game and a hustle round and round. Slicker than oil on a rain-soaked street, words like fire that you can't unbeat. He's the shadow dancing in the light, the fine print you missed in the dead of night. Promises stick like a web of glue, but it's gone by the morning, nothing left for you. He's the echo in a hollow hall, the phone that rings with no one to call. Is it wrong, is it right, or just a trick of the light? The anthem plays as he takes his flight. Is it wrong, is it right, or just a trick of the light? The anthem plays as he takes his flight.
Is it wrong, is it right, or just a trick of the light? The anthem plays as he takes his flight.
You guys got jokes. You guys got jokes. You guys got the jokes.
Your guys' opinion on if you agree with Chuck Schumer that it's Jim Crow 2.0 and that it's racist.
I just don't believe in paperwork. Like, I don't believe administration. And by administration, I mean like the paperwork filing, all these systems, name changes, women who change their name when they marry, all of these things have to be up to date. I think it would put too much strain on people who are working class who aren't able to file it, whether you believe that affects minorities or not. Sure. I think when we think about voters, when we think about like all of these historical patterns we have around voting, to roll out something that changes voting drastically, and this isn't just in America, countries.
Okay, we back. There's a certain amendment that allowed a certain people to vote back in the day. It made drastic changes and helped a certain gender or sex votes. As a drastic change, should we have done that drastic change, that certain amendment, guys? You guys, Rob's chat probably knows the amendment I'm referring to here. But that was that's too big a change back then, is what she's thinking there.
Where we have these different systems, we have to think about how it affects, what it'll do, and whether that'll have like a wavelength effect.
That was a woman that said that. That's a woman that said that, not me. It wasn't a guy. It was a woman that said that, that she probably would prefer it just to be liberal women, but
And we also have to think when we're doing it, are we doing that at a time where we are electing someone new? Are we doing it during midterms? I don't think you can do anything in life or in higher systems that aren't political. Politics is just the study of people. All of these things are going to have an effect. So when you make a choice like this, I think it's going to have an effect. Whether you see that immediately, whether you see it as disproportionately affecting minorities, at the end of the day, anything we do is going to affect those systematic barriers that we already have that are supposed to take care or that are
where was she during BLM? I was like, oh.
suppressing these minorities, other groups.
How are voter ID laws suppressing minorities?
Yeah. All the big words. Okay, all the big words are done now. Now the answer to the question.
No, I'm saying, I didn't say it was suppressing it. I'm just saying whether or not you believe that's what it's doing, at the end of the day.
Do you believe it's doing that?
Are you asking me if I believe?
Yes.
Well, it hasn't existed yet. I mean, I can't say what it's doing.
Well, we have voter ID in Florida. Do you think here in Florida has affected minorities or prevented minorities from voting?
Do you?
No, I don't. I'm asking you. What's your opinion?
No, that's okay. I just want to make sure we're on the same
You're not on the same page because you're not answering a question.
page.
We don't have to be on the same page, though. We're just having a dialogue.
No, that's all right. I understand. Yeah.
What do you think?
Okay. I think that when we pass laws like this, that we're going to see whether it's minorities, I think it's going to have an effect on everyone at the end of the day.
Okay, so you agree that
When Georgia did similar laws, guess what happened? More people voted.
Will have an effect. Are a part of the population, whether you want to exclude them or not. It's going to affect everyone to some degree.
But do you agree with the Senate Democrats and Chuck Schumer that it is Jim Crow 2.0 and it's inherently racist to require voter ID?
I won't agree or disagree to a soundbite.
I was going to ask him, do you?
What was it? Good question. How is that thing going, guys? Who's ahead? What's tied with grape juice and a different one earlier? Let me check and see how that poll is going by chance here. Oh, and if you guys haven't hit the subscribe button, please hit the subscribe button. I was hoping to get to 4,620 tonight, but I don't know if I'm going to. Where's there it is. To 4,620. Sorry with the echo. We are at 35% grape and orange juice made a big comeback. What other was ahead, but orange juice moves into a tie, but grape juice looks like it's going to be the winner on this one here so far.
Have an ID?
I'm currently 21.
Do you have an ID? Oh, don't show it. Don't show it
He's just asking.
to the camera, but you have one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Do you have an ID?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Who else? Do you have an ID?
What?
Do you have an ID?
Do I have an ID, like a driver's license? Yeah.
All right. Do you have an ID?
I have an ID.
You have an ID. Okay, all right. Do you have an ID?
I do.
You
Asking all the minorities.
do have an ID. Okay, very cool. Oh, it looks like all the minority people here that I've talked to right now have an ID. So someone should tell Chuck Schumer that minorities are very capable of getting an ID. Haven't met one today that doesn't have it. That's what he has said, that it's Jim Crow 2.0.
Oh, no,
Do
I'm saying
you-
I won't
do you
agree or
think-
disagree with like a one
Okay,
tagline.
So you
That
don't
would be
like
too general or
paperwork,
too
right?
broad.
So you said like paperwork affects everybody, right?
Mhm.
Do you think there should be have to be a background check to obtain a gun?
Are we still on voter ID or
This woman is just weird in the way that she's trying to respond. It's like, answer the questions. You don't have to get her opinion on every little thing, or she's asking your opinion, and then you can ask her her opinion back.
do you want to change the topic to gun laws?
Yeah, we're talking about guns. Do you think there should be paperwork and a background check to obtain a firearm?
Do you think there is?
There is. Do you think there should be? Because
Do you
you
think
said
it's
you don't.
adequate?
Do you don't like paperwork? Do you think there
Did
should
I
be
say
paper?
that?
Yes, you did.
Yes, you did.
I said I didn't like paperwork
Yes.
specifically.
Yes, you did. Did she say that?
Can I talk?
She said that.
I just don't believe in
I don't believe in what?
paperwork.
You said that. One second, ma'am. Do you think there should be paperwork to obtain a firearm?
There is. To some
Do you
degree.
think there should be?
I said there is to some degree
Do
paperwork.
you
to
agree
obtain-
with it? Should there be?
to
Yes. To get your Second Amendment rights, should there be paperwork?
obtain a firearm?
Yes.
There's paperwork to get a driver's license. There's
Yep. That's my point, is that you said paperwork and bureaucracy to get an ID to vote, you're against it because paperwork is something that you don't think should have to happen. But
Yeah, I'm guessing her parents were kind of a little more conservative, or at least Christian or something like that. You saw the earrings there, but college is kind of rotting the mind here of students.
blah blah. Well, but you
That's a
agree.
generalization, I
But you then correct.
In the way that she's probably in some sort of debate class or something like that, and she's thinking this is a debate. This is just a conversation, asking your opinion and maybe asking you to back things up with your opinion here.
To me, do you think paperwork and a background check and an ID to obtain a gun is fair?
So let's address
yes
one point
or
at a
no.
time. Do you want yes or no? Do you want to
Yes.
have a dialogue?
Yes or no.
She's tried to have a dialogue with you. You're not answering a single question.
Is that fair?
Are you disagreeing to a dialogue?
Yes or no. Is that fair?
Do you
You
disagree
know
to
that
have
it's
a back
fair.
and forth?
You know that it's fair, but
Yeah, you have a dialogue. Yeah, she can say yes or no and then back up her answer. That's how you do a dialogue, buddy.
you're being caught in hypocrisy right now where you don't think we should have that to vote, but it's okay to do it if someone wants to obtain a firearm, which is a right that we have under the Second Amendment. So why is it
I didn't
okay?
say anything to any of those things that you said, actually.
Then correct me.
Okay. Let's go back to what I said originally. When I said if you have extra administration to have issues like voter ID, things like this, it'll complicate the system.
She thinks that's her strong point. That if you have to do more work to make sure that the voting system is good, that's a bad thing.
And
How so?
When you're complicating a system, you have things like women who are going to change their name. They're going to have a disconnect between their legal name, their new names. If you maybe know someone who's been married, their name changes. They have to.
I'm married. And when my name changed, I had to get a new social security card and a new driver's license. I had to change my information with my bank, and I had to have proof my marriage license with me, which women are very capable of getting. As a brown man, do you know where the DMV is to get a license?
Craziness. Oh yeah, there's still wearing masks out there. I said, if it's the one I'm thinking of, he was taking pictures of her. I'm like, why are you taking pictures and you're the one that's not showing your face? Ridiculous.
Absolutely.
Okay, why do you think the Democrats are saying that brown people have a hard time obtaining ID in some way?
They said that about me, like
Yeah.
a brown person. That's pretty racist. That's brown person can't do something because I'm brown.
It's your white liberal friends.
That's like that's like literally racism. That's absolutely racism.
Yeah,
That's
they think
terrible.
you're not capable of doing it.
Oh, I lack the intelligence or the Google Maps
Yeah.
to look up. Yeah, that's
Where is the DMV? I can't make it to the DMV. I don't. They think they don't. Oh my goodness.
absolute ignorance. I've never heard anyone say. I wish they would say it to my face because that's terrible. That's actually horrendous.
Do you know anything about the bill that's going through, the SAVE Act bill? Only a little bit. So basically, it would require voter ID.
That's fine with me.
You're fine with voter ID?
Yeah.
Why is voter ID something that do you support it, or you're like, it's okay if it passes?
I support it, yeah.
Okay. Why do you support voter ID?
You need an ID for everything else.
So, as Black people, is it hard for you to obtain an ID?
Nah.
No, not necessarily.
No.
No, I don't think so.
Wait, why would it be hard
Yeah,
though?
Ask the Democrats.
It's harder for colored people to like get identification, and so like requiring identification.
White savior complex to the rescue in front of Black people.
To vote is racist.
Oh,
I don't
That kind
personally
of makes
agree
sense. I
with
kind of
that.
understand it.
Required what?
personally.
Like
Everybody, you need to have an ID. Like
To
you need to have.
vote?
You think Black? They just said they can get ID. Oh my goodness! Just listen to this. It's almost like, is this a parody? Look at Caitlin's face, looking at her like, you're right here in front of minority people saying they can't do stuff.
Papers to vote.
To
Yeah.
vote? Oh.
Yeah. You need an ID to
But
enroll in
that's like
school.
everybody though. Like
And you need an ID to apply for loans to come to school. And you were able to do that, right?
He doesn't have loans.
I don't have loans.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a
Oh, he's a smart guy. He doesn't need loans, but he still had to show an ID.
A moneymaker over here. Oh no, you're just really smart. So you're here on grant. Okay. But to get those grants, I bet you they had to ID you, right? And make sure you are who you say you are to be able to get that money.
Yeah, like you have to prove your like address. You have to do it like.
All right.
Yeah.
Right. So do we support or are we against voter ID laws to vote in a federal election?
Voter ID,
Yes,
like you
because,
have to have like an identification to vote. Basically.
Yeah. Bryce,
I
basically
don't-
going back to Jim.
I don't know, man. Like, I don't know what to say because, like, if I say like I don't mind, like I don't want to like.
Nah.
You don't want to act like you're.
Yeah.
I feel like it just.
I feel like it's not really like
necessary.
a problem.
I will
Like
be honest, it's not necessary for like ID because like.
to
Yeah,
vote.
but
Yeah,
how
to
do you know
vote?
they're not going to vote 35 times?
Yeah, you're right. That's what I'm saying.
That's
Like,
the
True. I mean, does that happen now?
I have to show my ID
I
to
don't-
vote. I
yeah,
don't know
you
if
have
that's
to-
everywhere.
As you guys know, I don't go anywhere to film
Advertisements.
Than just their race.
How so?
Because paperwork changes cost money. How much money? Can I ask you how much money you make an hour right now? What's your salary? If that you don't have to answer if that's a personal question.
Well, I'm in a bigger tax bracket than you are.
Exactly right. So you have that money, so to speak, to go towards that documental change. But I'm a college student.
Did Nightbot do it? I doubt Nightbot did it. Probably YouTube or something like that did it, I would imagine. I don't know.
A lot of my money goes towards my tuition, towards my rent, towards
Of
my
course.
my medical conditions, stuff like
course.
that. I don't always have the funds necessary to change that, to,
Yeah.
to make those payments upon those document changes.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
You're dressed very well. You have a service animal.
This is all thrifted.
Great.
Yeah.
You have earphones and what are those?
AirPods. They were given to me.
AirPods. Okay, so well, you have AirPods.
Yeah.
You have jewelry in your nose. You're here on a college campus.
Yeah.
So you were able and you were smart enough and you had enough money to apply to do what you needed to do for all of these things. You have enough money to be here and live comfortably on campus?
No, I don't live on campus. No.
Okay, so off campus.
Yeah.
More money.
Who pays your rent?
No one pays my rent. Me and my mom own my house, but we sold my
Okay.
last house. But I pay.
Okay, great.
I
so
pay my
you
own
live.
bills.
So you pay your own bills.
Yeah.
Why could you not pay for documentation to be able to vote in an election?
Well, it's the same reason why I can't pay for my tuition. I get federal funding. Now, if you guys are going to put that, if that law is going to be put into place and stuff like that, I am not against it so long as you have policies to support people who need that additional support, right?
Like what?
Like funding, federal funding.
Funding for what?
For people who are needy. If you need
For people who want to get an ID to prove who they are to vote in elections.
those document changes, then there's like kind of like
okay.
go ahead, kind of like with tuition, right?
Well, let me. I'm going to say what I think you're saying, and correct me if I'm wrong. Are you saying the government should help pay for these documents in order to register to vote if the government's requiring certain documents to register to vote?
I think that if
Is that what you're saying?
to an extent, yes, right. So like you said, we all have like our licenses and stuff, right? Those aren't big fast made changes, right? But like when you got married, you had to change a lot of documents in a very short manner of time, right?
No, there wasn't. It wasn't really like, oh, once you get married.
The question I have is, has it been proven that false driver's licenses have been given out? What was it? Exactly. It'd be interesting, Santiago. Very interesting. See how that turns out. Yeah, it's like it should be fairly easy to figure out. And the SAFE Act does allow states to kind of determine what IDs work within their states to verify to some degree, if I recall. They kind of allow the states to have a little bit of control over it. So liberal states don't have to have as much requirements as other states.
You only have a month to change things.
Yeah.
That's not how it works.
But to make that voting deadline, if you really wanted to vote and stuff like that,
Yes.
you had to do it before that.
Did you have to do all those other things, Marcy, that she was saying there? If you're the same bank account as your husband or something like that, but if you had to change bank accounts or something like that, I would imagine you wouldn't have had to change bank accounts. You would just have to change the name on your bank account, right? That's not too hard to do. I'm sure it's just a name change form at your local bank or something like that. Marriage license. Yep. Social security card has to be changed. Did the number change or just your card changed? on the Social Security card when you got married? Did the number change, or just you had to get a new card?
Deadline, right? But all of the stuff that I have talking about right now, this was over a collection of years of saving and putting money into things, right?
That's a good point. You saved money to be able to get the things you have. How could a woman not be?
Yeah, so even the number, that's technically all they. Well, yeah, you still have to show them the card, but it's the same number.
Be able to save money to get documents that she needs to change her ID, get an ID that matches so she could go vote.
No,
You have
they can.
4 years.
I'm not
That's my point.
I'm not saying that woman can't. No, it's
Okay.
not that. I'm saying that it.
And all you're really doing is telling the Social Security that you got married, to change the name on the thing there. So in case somebody looks you up based on the number, that they'll know that there's a different name on it.
Will affect minorities, but in a different way.
You're a minority, right?
Yeah, I could be. Yeah. I'm
Did you have a hard time getting an ID for your loans or for your college application?
Absolutely not.
No.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Absolutely not. So yeah,
So you were fully capable.
of course.
Do you guys think it's appropriate and reasonable to
Maybe she's opening some minds like, wait, I had to do an ID to take all these tests just to get into college, and it had to show the register all the IDs to do all this stuff. So maybe it is kind of a good requirement to have an ID to do something as important as voting.
require American citizens to have an ID to vote?
ID?
Yes.
Yeah, you should have a license to vote, like an ID, like an American. Yeah.
Okay. Right now, there's a bill going through Congress that the House just passed, and the Senate Democrats are saying they will not support it because they think it's racist and anti-woman to require proof of citizenship and an ID enabled in order to vote.
But I feel like every woman should have an ID, right? Like, why would that pass be anti-woman? Wait, is there more that you're not telling me?
So to register to vote, you would have to prove that you're an American citizen.
Okay.
Well,
So
then that's fine.
that's
If you're
fine.
registered to vote and you're an American citizen, then
Yeah, that's fine. Like, if you're a undocumented immigrant, you're probably not gonna be able to vote because you don't have papers. But like,
Some of them do.
how would they get in? How would they?
For some states don't have voter ID laws.
Oh, some of them.
Yeah, so this
Wait,
would
what?
be
I thought you had to be a citizen to vote. I thought like that's
You're supposed to, but there's ways around it.
the whole registration thing. Do you not need your
Yeah.
license?
But some places don't have strict registration laws.
Well, but Trump still won though, so like it probably didn't do anything. Also, Hispanics love Trump. Y'all got your help.
Why do you say Hispanics love Trump?
You know, Cubans for Trump, Dominican Papi.
But how will it affect
She can dance too.
minorities?
I'm saying that it won't affect minorities blatantly because it's racist. I don't think it's a racist thing.
Okay.
It's
It's not race, maybe more like income.
more like income. There are some people who can't afford it, if that makes sense, right? So
Sorry.
just because, like, let's say like someone was living in and out of a homeless shelter, right?
Yeah.
But they do have documentation, they do have their license, or at least their ID and stuff like that, right? But they may not have the funds to go and get those document changes if something was, say, to happen, right?
So here's the SAVE Act. This is what it does. I don't know if you know what it does. It requires proof of citizenship at the time of registration.
Yeah.
So you prove your citizenship. If you're a married woman and you've changed your name and the birth certificate is not the same last name as your current legal name, you just upload
Funny, Ed, funny.
documents that prove your name change. Yeah. And that's it. And then furthermore, when you go to vote, you have to submit a photo ID that shows, or a passport or a military ID like that. The Senate Democrats are saying that it's racist.
Yeah.
And it's Jim Crow 2.0. They're saying it hurts women because of the name change thing.
I don't think
And my argument is that I don't think minorities and women are too stupid or financially unstable that they can't obtain the things they need to vote when they know for the next, literally forever, we know what day elections are going to happen.
Yeah.
So there's no reason. I think the Democrats just know securing elections hurts them.
Wouldn't
I
doubt
don't
it.
necessarily agree with that, strictly speaking, but I also don't think that because a person can't meet that income requirement or they can't save or do that stuff because they're stupid. I don't think it's purely subjective to women. I think that it can affect men too, but I do not think it's
immigrants.
I do not think that it is purely a race thing. I said
Sure,
it can
sure.
affect minorities, but not in the way that they're saying.
You probably should have an ID.
Right.
I would think that might be a good idea.
Right. Well, what do you think?
I agree.
So Chuck Schumer specifically is saying that this bill is like Jim Crow 2.0 and that it's racist. Can you come up with any reason why voter ID would be a racist thing to implement?
Not really.
No?
Doesn't
we don't
appear to be
want that.
racist to me.
Yeah.
You either have an ID or you don't.
Right.
I mean, any race can get an ID.
Yeah.
Any person.
Well, that's very interesting that like you give Donald Trump an F. You're not a fan of his. Yeah, I think you might actually support something that the Republicans and Trump is trying to push through.
Yeah, there might. Yeah, that's true.
Okay,
Mhm,
very
that's
cool.
One thing.
So one thing, right? But it seems to be pretty important. If you could say something to Chuck Schumer or the Democrats who have vouched to not support this and it's not going to go through the Senate, would you encourage them to rethink that and say this isn't that bad of a bill?
Probably. Yeah.
Chuck Schumer and the Senate Democrats are saying that it's racist to require that. Do you guys think black people can get an ID?
Yes, I don't see why not.
Yeah. We're asking people today if they think voter ID laws, if they agree with Chuck Schumer that voter ID laws are racist.
I don't think they're racist. I think they're common sense.
Okay. Why do you think Chuck Schumer and the Senate Democrats keep saying that it's Jim Crow 2.0, that it's racist to require an ID to vote?
I don't know. I think they're kind of reaching. I don't think it's racist.
Well, let me ask you this. Do you think you need an ID to purchase a gun?
Yeah.
I do. I don't. I've never
need ID.
Yeah, but should we?
One, right?
Should we? Should there be a requirement of an ID to purchase a gun?
Yeah, there should be a requirement to purchase.
Yeah.
You can't have any like 16-year-old or any. Yeah.
Well, you don't. You don't have to register your gun. There is no national registration database. But no. But anyway, so that's the point. Is like the Second Amendment is our right to bear arms, and people agree that you should have an ID before you get a gun.
Mhm.
I think that when we cast a vote in this country, you should identify yourself to make sure one, you're not a felon or someone restricted from voting, and also you are who you say you are, and you aren't voting like 10 times in an election. Is that fair?
Yeah, I would say that's fair.
All right. All right. So the consensus is that it's not racist.
Well, hey, there's going to be a protest tomorrow, guys. Interesting. Portland, yeah, even at Portland. Not sure if the rest of the guys are going to one, but I think I'll go to one possibly at 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. tomorrow. I'm not going to tell you where I'm going to go, but there's a pro illegal immigrant protest. They call it Day Without an Immigrant. So make sure you hit the notification bell so you know when I go live. Thank you.
Maybe
You to say.
I wouldn't say it's not racist.
Oh, no, it's definitely fair. Voter ID is not racist.
I don't know if this is a trick question. I don't because it's going to be online.
Like it really depends on like what could happen because like some people could like get deterred like based off like their identification. Like you don't know like whoever's accepting the ID, they'll probably be like, oh
No, but like race,
yours is,
like how would
When you go to the DMV, you give them all your information. What the heck?
that be racist though? Like if you can't like.
bro,
Oh, I guess that's your point, but like I don't.
No,
I don't think black people are so stupid they can't get an ID.
I don't think that's like the issue. I feel like the issue is like
That's what they claim.
I mean yeah like probably
Black
but like
people are so stupid
I'm
they
saying
can't get
like
an ID.
probably, like,
They can't access an ID. They can't drive to the DMV to get an ID.
I mean,
The
that-
Democrats.
that
Yeah,
happens,
Chuck
though.
Schumer says
That
that.
actually happens because like I know like
Specifically to black people? It's a black problem?
just like a minority thing. Like some people just don't have like access to go to.
What's up, Chris Sims? Are you streaming tonight? I'm gonna try to end this video here in a little bit. Oh, yes. I guess I can go over to the restroom. There's a protest tomorrow. Are you going to one up there by chance? I just looked it up on Twitter here. IROC put it up among other people probably. Portland. There's probably some in Washington there too, or something like that, or Vancouver. I don't know. But I might go to see that protest there, a little closer to where I live anyway. Let's see if you're live by chance. I'll get ready to. I already have it set to raid somebody else. Let me see if it's set up to raid there. Hold on, guys. Make sure you follow Chris Sims over there also. Guyer Digital that was in the chat. BC Preacher that was in the chat. Rob Knorr, A Normal America is in the chat. I got to get my mods to help me out a little bit more with these shout outs or something like that. But I don't give the mods too much work to do or anything like that. But once in a while, I wish they would copy and paste a few links. It's okay. I'm too picky. Anyway, clicking on that link there as I press that
The
button
DMV
there.
and like get IDs.
Hey, two of you guys hit the subscribe button from Rob Norris Raid. Thank you guys. 4,614. Thank you.
Feel me? It's like some people are just like not, I guess, financially able to do that.
Yeah,
you know what I
but
mean?
how's it
Also,
like a black people thing though?
It's not just a black people thing. But I'm saying it's like a
Well, yeah, it's probably already were subscribed to me anyway. So
minority thing. You feel me?
Really? You think?
Oh, guys, grape is still ahead on the poll there. Favorite juice, 35% for grape. Orange juice, 32%. So we're getting close to the end here, guys. Grape juice is going to be the official winner of the poll here for favorite juice, unless orange juice can make a comeback.
I don't think minorities are so stupid that they can't obtain an ID. I also think, well, I mean, if it's unfair for voting, then is it unfair for TSA or to get a passport or to buy a firearm or to apply for loans, get a bank account? Minorities can do those things.
Yeah, but some people get like, what's it called? Like you still get
But
like
how's
deferred
that-
or like
how's that
rejected
I
from
don't
like
understand,
if you
like,
apply for loans.
I feel like we know when election dates are happening. We know it for the rest of time, as long as this country is a thing. We know when elections are going to be. Women and minorities are smart enough, I believe in them enough, that they can obtain what they need to obtain in that time frame. And the fact that Senate Democrats are saying that it is Jim Crow 2.0 is disgusting and very prejudiced against minorities and people of color, if you want to use that term, because they're not so.
I was wondering what that other donation was. K2, how you doing? Nice to see you. I just swept Canada in all hockey, women's, men's, and now sled hockey, aka the Special Olympics version. Okay. USA. There we go. K2 likes hockey. Okay. I'll admit, since America won or whatever, I'll finally admit that yes, hockey is an official USA sport because they're so good at it. But USA is good at all sports. But I'll give you that. Oops, there was probably a good conversation that I missed there at the end of this thing here, maybe. But anyway, there we go. There's your acknowledgement that hockey is a good sport. Yeah, it's working. No worries. I thought you might be streaming tonight or Danny Rebel or something like that, but I don't see there. So after we're done here, I'm going to send you guys over to my buddy Emmett over there. We'll see what he's doing here in a second. Oops.
Yeah, I might not even politician. You think I'm answering that question directly?
I don't know. Maybe we could find you. We'll have to use AI to identify you. I'm kidding. I would never do that.
Yeah,
Unless you commit a crime.
Well, I don't commit crimes.
No, of course you don't. I appreciate your time. What was your name?
Lovely speaking to you, Dante.
Dante. Caitlin. It was nice talking to you. Appreciate the conversation. It was nice talking to you as well.
Make sure you guys follow Caitlin Bennett there, Liberty Hangout. Horses. Let me just link to you here if you're not.
Do you know what voter ID is?
Yeah.
The link in the chat here, guys. Probably most of you guys follow Caitlin. She's a great job out there. Good job. Follow Caitlin Bennett there on that one there. James Klug and everybody else that we showed. Political Raw was the other one. All those should be in the description down below, just to make sure I don't feel like I'm taking credit for somebody else's work. There's that link there. Let's see what Emmett is up to here before we raid him here. Or are you hiding, Emmett? I know you're hiding here somewhere. Where are you hiding? He always hides. They're doing a bad job on YouTube of making it hard to find people when you're trying to track them down or something like that. Is Emmett? Is it X Emmett or how did put the link in the chat there, K2, if you don't mind. I did say it. Doggone, I can't. Seriously, this is irritating when you're trying to go through all these things here and you're trying to find the place you're going to raid to, just to give chat a chance to see where the raid's going to go to, and it doesn't show his channel in the chat there. But anyway, he's a good guy. He does some different things out there. Give him a follow. And once you get over there, tell him Mr. Bill said a hello and to I don't know, be nice or something like that. Anyway, you guys have a good one, guys. God bless. I got to go to the restroom. I appreciate you guys liking the dance. Thank you for the donations. Mr. Bill's Curves. Thank you, Marcy, for hanging out. Marcy, you probably know Emmett or something like that. I'll show him on the screen, but I can't seem to find the link to go to his channel there for some reason. It's just Emmett. Where is Emmett? 1T? No. Let's go to channels by chance. I know he's live. I just saw him live. They're censoring him. They're censoring him. Tell Emmett to stop getting censored also. Anyway, guys, God bless. Is some music on the way out or not? I can give you a little bit of music on the way out here. There's the Mr. Bill song in 1 minute version.
Mr. Bill wears a mask, gets paper thin. His
Hey.
smile's a knife, his frown's a grin. He tells the truth in a coat of lies, and he's laughing hard with teary eyes. You can't tell the man from the show. Is he high or is
There he is.
cracks a joke like it's a prayer, but the punchline cuts, it's razor rare. He dances slow on a wire so thin, the music stops, but he'll still spin. Is it chaos?
There you go. That's all your music you're getting here. Oops. No free music. Here we go. I'm sending it over to Emmett. Tell him I said hi. He's doing a panel talking to some other conservatives, looks like, on there. If I recall, most of those guys should be conservatives. Anyway, God bless you guys. Have a good night. Tell Mr. Emmett to show his face, okay? Tell him to show his face. Ready, get set. 30-second countdown. God bless, guys. Have a good night.